Hello, everyone, and welcome into our series preview for the Continental Division Final. I'm Tom Callahan, voice of the IceCats, joined by Liam Godimer, voice of the Columbus River Dragons, and the two of us are going to take you through the series preview here. One of these two teams is going to compete for the Commissioner's Cup Final, and we'll tell you who and why we think our teams are going to be the one. All right, everyone, thanks for joining us here. Tom Callahan, Liam Godimer, and we are going to talk about this Columbus-Florence series coming up. It starts with Game 1 here on the road Wednesday night at Florence Center, and then the scene will shift to Columbus and the Civic Center there. Saturday for Game 2, Game 3 if necessary. On the weekend will be Sunday. But, Liam, coming into it, I mean, you and I both know how important Game 1 is, and it's here in Florence. So let's talk about from the River Dragons side. Go back through your series a little bit. Physical 3-game series against the Moccasins. Let us know how that went.
It had a little bit of everything, Tom. Game 1 was at the Columbus Civic Center, and you talked about it, right? Beginning the series at home, that was a distinct advantage for Columbus, in my opinion. They take down Monroe by a final score of 8-3. The River Dragons, very seldom did they take down the Moccasins in regulation time this season. In fact, they didn't. Both of their victories came in the extra session, so they were able to do that in Game 1 of the playoffs, take a stranglehold of the series, and go into Monroe, which was a building that they had not won in all season. They had 2 tries to get the job done. Night 1, Tyler Masternak, sensational, a 39-save shutout. And then the next night, Columbus really clutched up and grabbed themselves a series-clinching victory.
What was the difference? Game 1 to Game 2, you go from 8 goals to no goals.
Yeah.
Like, what happened?
You know, I would say it's a combination of things, right? Chris Branch started Game 1 for Monroe, which I think was a surprise for everybody. Tyler Masternak did not even make the trip for the Moccasins. And, you know, you could say, is it an injury? Is there something else going on behind the scenes? I didn't really want to speculate too much, but obviously we saw Masternak in Game 2 and Game 3. So after the series is over, I can only think that they wanted to put Branch in for Game 1 because they were confident that they were going to win both games at home. And I'm not sure they should have been all that confident they were going to win both games at home because they didn't.
So I'm interested to know what was Jerome Bichard's thought process after getting blanked in Game 2 and the team heading into that final Game 3.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a short coach's corner, to be honest. Boom was
I can see that.
Boomer was all business, but no, he just stuck to the game plan. He made some lineup changes, of course, with it being 3 games in 3 nights. You wanted to get some fresh legs in there. So Ben Stefanini, who previously wore a letter for the Moccasins, you know, he came and played against his former team and had some fresh legs and brought some energy out there. And Lucas Texmo played in his very first playoff game in Game 3. So I think just getting some new faces in there and some renewed energy really made all the difference in Game 3 because it's easy to get tired out through 3 games in 3 nights. Yeah,
not a whole heck of a lot of rest for you guys because, as you mentioned, you had to ride back. Now, did you go back to Columbus, stop, basically do laundry and come here?
Yep, exactly. Quick turnaround. I was surprised when I saw Wednesday night, Game 1. So it's, 4 games in 6 nights for us. So.
Yeah, and it won't get any easier on the weekend, too. I know now it has been bumped back, and that is something we do want to mention. Mm-hmm. It was Friday, Saturday. It's now Saturday and Sunday, if necessary, for the series. So please make sure you make your adjustments for that. Yeah. Liam, continuing to talk about this River Dragons team, it's hard not to start and end the conversation, I think, with Trevor Babin in net. He really looked spectacular, made all the saves that you needed in Game 3, rather.
He's been
Games 1 and 3.
For sure. He's been spectacular all season. And, you know, I think it can't be understated how important it was for Trevor Babin to be at the top of his game. Again, playing 3 games in 3 nights. You know, in talking to head coach Bichard, you know, you mentioned what was his mentality going into the winner-go-home Game 3. One of the things he told me was, well, Tyler Roy has to be ready to potentially come into the game, you know, if the fatigue became a factor for Trevor Babin. And it didn't. I mean, he just was continuing what he has done all season in between the pipes in all 3 games. Not the reason why we lost Game 2. Of course, getting blanked will tell you that. And then he was under fire there in the 3rd period after Kirk Underwood scored a game-winning and series-winning shorthanded goal.
He's been playing up front a little bit now.
Yeah, he has. So much depth on defense. So Kirk is playing up front. He'll be playing up front here tonight as well, starting the series in Florence. And he's become a goal-scoring savant. You
know what? He's always had an knack for the big goal. Just finds a way to get that big goal and, big-time players. And this is a series. I want to finish talking about the goaltending here before we get to the forwards and the defense. But sure. Brendan Colgan, former River Dragon, record-setting River Dragon, and former goaltender of the year, facing his old team. And that's kind of an exciting thing. I think the game within the game, we like to talk about that. He's a big guy, protects the net well. Always, I like to joke he plays a game at a resting heart rate. Never gets too excited. I think this could be maybe the best goaltending matchup we've seen all year.
I certainly concur. And didn't Brendan Colgan make his PD IceCat debut in Columbus against the River Dragons on Military Appreciation Night? So there's a lot of storylines that go along with the goaltending matchup. And Colgan's been super impressive. And, I'd like to mention Parker Rutherford as well, who came in and kind of stabilized that position before Colgan was acquired in a midseason trade.
Yeah, no, absolutely. The team's confident in their goaltenders, as I know the River Dragons are as well. Let's talk about the forward core. We'll start with the River Dragons and talking about the changes that have been made. You mentioned Kirk Underwood moves up front. Is that like injuries have caused openings, or as you mentioned, there's a lot of depth on the defense? I mean, why the shuffle up front?
Yeah, it was a little bit of a late season shuffle there, Tom, and I would say it was the acquisitions that we brought in. I think Nathaniel Mott has come in on the back end. He played with Brody Thornton in college at the ACHA level at Adrian. They won a national championship together, so that has really stabilized one of the pairings. Another one is Mike Wynn and Josh Colton. They've played together for a long time in Motor City with the Rockers, so it's tough to break that up. You add Nathan Balkwill and Lucas Texmo, who has really broken out. In my opinion, I think Lucas Texmo is one of the most underrated rookie defensemen in this league. If you go back and watch the tape in Game 3 against Monroe, our best player was Lucas Texmo.
Okay.
In my opinion.
So that creates the shuffle in the room up front then.
It does. And, I think Kirk likes playing on defense, and I think the team appreciates having him back there because I've heard many players tell me, he's our best defender back there and he's our smoothest skater. But I think Kirk selfishly loves to play up front a little bit and, be there for the big time moment, and he has stepped up every chance that he's gotten.
I think all of us, we're goal scorers in our minds, right? But
I wish I could tickle the twine out.
Yeah, it's fun to watch these guys, and you guys offensively. I mean, you've got a lot of weapons. Obviously, Tyler Barrow was huge this year, but Ryan Hunter, just a pure shooter, a guy who can score from anywhere. Certainly. And then you've got, Alexander Jemayev and Kyle Moore, who's always plugging away and always trying to stir the pot. I mean, this is a pretty darn good group of forwards.
It certainly is. And, I'll touch on Tyler Barrow. I mean, tied for the league leading goals during the regular season with a man I'm sure we'll talk about in just a few moments in Patrick Marcinkiewicz on the IceCats side. First season of FPHL hockey for Tyler Barrow, and he has just lit up the score sheet. So he's a big factor in this series. Ryan Hunter, I think, is the biggest player in this series for the River Dragons if they are going to move on to the Commissioner's Cup final. He led the league with 18 power play goals during the regular season. He does not have one through 3 playoff games, and the River Dragons' efficiency on the man advantage is less than 10% entering tonight's game. And that was a power play that operated at 26% during the regular season. That's my X factor right there.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Very good. Because I was going to ask you about X factors, so we can get to all that. Talking about the IceCats up front, it's interesting because the temptation could be to put Alex Legkov and Patrick Marcinkiewicz together because they're both dynamic players. They read and react off each other very well. Obviously, they can both shoot the puck.
Right.
But talking about depth up front, PD has a nice setup where they're able to stick with a line of Zajac, Frolov, and Legkov, and then have Marcinkiewicz with Houston Wilson and Elijah Wilson, who, you want to talk about X factors, he's blossomed. 3 goals in the last series. Talking to him this week on our IceCats Insider show, he said it took him a little while to make the adjustment. He came in kind of late, but was welcomed here with open arms, but it still took him a little while to figure out his place and how he could really fit in. He was dealing with some injury issues. Right. And then, into the playoffs, all of a sudden, we've seen it, right, guys? Examples of in the NHL like Joel Ward, John Druce, these guys who just all of a sudden in the playoffs step up and become the playoff performer. And, maybe Elijah Wilson's that guy. So he could be an X factor. But I do want to talk about special teams because I feel like the penalty kill for PD was so good early on, and it wasn't as good down the stretch. Of course, we talk about the River Dragons power play finishing #1 in the league, but in the postseason, it's just different. I mean, no matter what happens, we literally reset everything to 0 and go from there. So when you look at the River Dragons power play, when you're breaking it down, what's not quite working at this point?
I'm going to echo what you said in your conversation with Mateen in the preview prior to the last series against the Rock Lobsters, and that playoff hockey games get tighter, and you're not going to have as many power play opportunities that you did maybe during the regular season. So when you do have your opportunities to convert, you've got to cash in. And for me, I would just like to see the River Dragons utilize Hunter a little bit more on the power play. It seems like in the first half of the year, he was their number one weapon. The puck was always going to the right circle for that one-timer. And, over the last few weeks, it's just not going over to that spot. They're utilizing their points a little bit, getting traffic in front of the net, which I think is important. But when you have the most lethal weapon in the league, in my opinion, you need to use it. And it's been a little while for Ryan Hunter. And he's been prolific, don't get me wrong, but I know how good this guy can be. And during the regular season early on this year, he was as good as anybody in this league.
Well, don't sleep on Ryan Hunter for sure. And that's probably a lot of penalty kills say the same thing. Don't sleep on him. Make sure you take that pass away. So that goes a long way towards that as well. So we talked about some X factors, guys who you think can stand out and make the difference in the series. So, Liam, let me ask you, if you're just going to give me a couple of bullets, why does Columbus win this series, in your opinion?
Well, I mean, the first one would be Trevor Babin. It's difficult to say that we have the better goaltender. I think that we match up really well, whether it's Colgan or Babin. But I would say, Colgan's leading in every single statistical category, right, entering tonight's game. But I just think the amount of shot volume and the quality scoring chances that Babin faced in the first round against the Monroe Moccasins, he's ready for this series. And I'll give the fans a little bit of a preview. I spoke to Trevor yesterday morning, and I said I'm pumped up, and he said, you're not nearly as pumped up as I am. So he's ready for game one. And if the River Dragons are going to win and go to the Commissioner's Cup final, the goaltender is going to be a massive, massive reason why. And, I'll look to the back end, too. Nathan Balkwill has been so stable on defense all season. He's playing alongside Lucas Texmo. If you want to circle one pairing, that's the one that I'd look at. Mike Wynn got a little bit banged up in Game 3 against the Monroe Moccasins, so he's day-to-day, so he will not be playing this evening. So a little bit of a shuffle on the defensive side of the puck. Justin Samaro will be inserted back into the lineup. He'll play on defense. So I think it's just those guys who haven't played with one another in a little while. Nathaniel Mott not playing tonight as well. They just got to mesh well, and it's a short series. There's very small margin for error, Tom. So they got to come together and they got to execute, but I have the utmost confidence that they will.
All right, if I'm going to talk about why the PD IceCats are going to win this series, I think for me it's going to go with, first of all, the forward depth, but actually I'm not going to talk about Patrick Sparsenkevics. Even though he's the guy who's putting the puck in the net, he's actually become much more of a playmaker, which is great to see. But honestly, for me, it is the depth of this team that's going to carry them. So running those three lines, especially the third line, and these guys, they scored one huge goal in that game at Athens against the Rock Lobsters. Nick Gullo started that 3-goal outburst. Yeah. That was huge. But the other thing that PD has done subtly well, speaking of the offensive side of the game, it's actually been coming from the blue line. Guys like Dominic Della Savita, Jordan Popoff, finding ways to get pucks through. Teamer Razilov finally got his first of the year late in the season.
Tom,
Congrats, Teamer.
That is one of my favorite stories this season. And that goal, did that not send you guys to the playoffs? Wasn't that the go-ahead goal against the Thunderbirds here on home ice?
Turned out to be the game winner.
I saw him over in Columbus, and I had to go up to him. I was like, that is what makes hockey awesome.
Yes.
So I'm going to echo what you said. Congratulations,
Yeah,
team.
no, for sure. But scoring for the blue line has been coming now, and that's not something, quite honestly, you see at this level very often.
That's true.
So I think if the support is there from the IceCats defensively and a little bit on the offensive side, that one extra goal in a game or maybe every other game can make a difference, especially in a short series. So those are two things that I would circle as well.
And, one more key point on the River Dragon end as to why they will advance to the Commissioner's Cup final. If they do, we're due, Tom.
Yes, I know that.
We're due.
I do know that. So
and we do not want to bow out to another Carolina team. I'll tell you that.
That's fair.
Like we have the last few years.
That's fair. And for PD, hey, the upstart kids, they continue on. So we shall see. But Liam, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, my pleasure, Tom.
And look forward to bringing you the drop of the puck. Wednesday night's game 1 is 7:15 p.m. Saturday night game 2, 7:05, and then if necessary on Sunday at 6:05. So if you want the River Dragons call, you got Liam. If you want the IceCats call, you've got me. Thank you so much for joining us, everybody. And, hey, let's drop the puck on game 1.
You're watching the IceCats Broadcast Network. This portion of today's broadcast is brought to you by Stanley Steamer. Stanley Steamer of Florence provides professional deep cleaning services and comprehensive care for a cleaner, healthier home. Butler's Men's Shop, your one-stop shop for men. Everything from tuxedos and suits to sportswear. We have it all. Integrative Health Solutions, your partners in health.
Life happens on your floors, but when dirt, spills, and messes take over, it's time to call the experts. Stanley Steamer of Florence provides a deep cleaning technology that removes dirt and allergens, leaving your floors fresh and spotless. Breathe easier and enjoy a cleaner, healthier home with Stanley Steamer. Call or visit us online today. Stanley Steamer, your home deserves it. In today's world, first impressions matter. Step into a realm of sophistication at Butler's Fine Men's Clothing. From timeless tuxedos and elegant suits to refined sportswear, Butler's offers a collection that defines class and confidence. Embrace the tradition, experience the luxury, and stand out with style. Butler's Fine Men's Clothing, where every stitch speaks volumes.
At Integrative Health Solutions, your health is our top priority. With our multimodal, polytherapeutic approach, we offer a wide range of services tailored just for you. From chiropractic adjustments to nutritional counseling and innovative therapies like low-level laser and dry needling, we are here to enhance your well-being. Take charge of your health with Integrative Health Solutions. Visit us today and discover a healthier you.
Dal Massimo Ristorante Italiano, where culinary passion meets the art of hospitality. Established in 2010, our restaurant was born out of a love for authentic flavors and a commitment to providing our guests with a memorable dining experience. At Dal Massimo, we believe that food is more than just sustenance. It's a celebration of culture and community. Whether you're here for a cozy dinner, a festive celebration, we look forward to serving you.
No matter which sport clips you walk into, you'll know it's special, and just for you. Our stylists don't guess your best cut. They are experts in men's and boys' hair. Our cutting zone has all the basics and specialized equipment, from our comfortable cutting chairs to an array of specialized cutting tools and clippers. We got you covered. Visit Sport Clips of Florence today, located at 1940 Hoffmeyer Road, Suite D. We are the pros in men's hair.
You're watching the IceCats Broadcast Network.
Welcome back. Before tonight's Game 1 of the Continental Division Final against the Columbus River Dragons, we're joined by Dee IceCats head coach Gary Graham. Gary, looking back real quick at the last series, Athens, a 2-0 sweep. For those who might have missed our coaches show here on Monday, just talk a little bit about that series and your team's effort to win it.
Yeah, they get the job done. I think, we didn't have the best start in Athens, but the second and third period, the guys found their game. We were more disciplined. We took a lot of dumb penalties in the first period, which kind of got us on our heels, allowed them to get some momentum. But once we cleaned up that area, we were better. And then, of course, too, the following night, Saturday night home game, we were a lot more disciplined.
Well, now you're coming in tonight against the Columbus River Dragons team that you ended the season with, and you talked about this on Monday too, but I mean, you said, hey, really nothing burger games, but all of a sudden it felt like the playoffs, and you felt that prepared you guys really well for this.
Yeah, I think Columbus is a very well-coached team. They have a very veteran, older group that's been together. They've made it to the second round of the playoffs, it seems like every single year. So last year they got knocked out by Carolina. They ended up going to the finals against Bingo. So, they got something to prove. They got a chip on their shoulder, a lot of those older guys. I think some of the older guys over there might be retiring too, I'm hearing. So, they're playing for a little something special, so we got to be ready to go.
Well, looking at your team now, speaking of being ready to go, I know you've been dealing with some bumps, some bruises. How's the overall health coming in?
It's good. Thank you.
Absolutely. All right. So, knowing that, do you make any changes, or did you really like what you had in the lineup going from the Athens series?
Yeah, we'll keep it going with the same lineup, same forward, same D. But the best thing is if guys don't find their game or if they don't play well, we got very good players waiting in the wings.
Well, I imagine, especially in a short series for you as a coach, like those aren't things you can really hem and haw on. You got to make those decisions.
Yeah, they're tough ones sometimes. But again, if the guys are playing hard and they're bought in and they're competing, typically you're going to stay in the lineup.
Well, absolutely. All right, well, let's go ahead and wrap it all up with keys to the game for tonight.
Well, their power play is very good. Again, we got to be disciplined in the playoffs. They want to come in and probably get underneath our skin, play a physical game like they did against Monroe with that series, so we got to be aware of that. You know, we got to be willing to maybe take the occasional punch in the face and draw ourselves a power play and keep them on their heels. And we got to get to Babin. You know, Babin's been a goalie that can really steal games. You know, we've had a lot of good scoring chances on him. We got to bear down with our scoring chances and make sure we get to him.
All right, Gary, thanks for joining us. Best of luck tonight.
All right, thanks, Tom.
Back with the drop of the puck in just a moment. This is IceCats Hockey.
You're watching the IceCats Broadcast Network. This portion of today's broadcast is brought to you by Evening Shade Incorporated. Trust a team with over 2 decades of experience. Gorget Distilling Company. Revolutionize your spirit. The law office of W. James Hoffmeyer, serving South Carolina since 1992. Kimbrell's Furniture, affordable home furnishings. Evening Shade has been serving the Florence area for over 20 years. As a 3M and SunTech authorized dealer, the Evening Shade team is qualified and ready to help you with your project. Whether it's residential window tinting, paint protection film for your vehicle, commercial signage, or vehicle wraps, we can do it all. Evening Shade Incorporated. Trust a team with over 2 decades of experience.
Gorget is a local craft distillery based in Lugoff, South Carolina, producing rum, vodka, whiskey, and bourbon in small batches. Founded in 2015 by 3 local gentlemen, Gorget has a fine line of handmade, local spirits. No matter what you desire, we have something for you. Isn't it about time you revolutionize your spirit? Visit us online at gorgetdistilling.com.
At the law office of W. James Hoffmeyer, we strive to help our clients in whatever situation they are facing. Whether you need help with criminal law, personal injury, or family law, our hard-working team will assist you throughout the process with compassion and integrity. Our goal is to always provide our clients with outstanding representation and advocacy throughout their case. The law office of W. James Hoffmeyer, serving South Carolina since 1992.
At Kimbrell's, we believe that you deserve furniture that's as unique as your family. From comfortable sofas and love seats to chairs, tables, rugs, entertainment centers, and recliners you'll never want to leave. We have everything you need to create the living room of your dreams. Check out the Kimbrell's website for inspiration or stop by and see everything for yourself.
We are live at Zapata's Grill on the IceCats Broadcast Network. Let's see what the IceCats are ordering.
I want quesadilla, California. I want fajitas, Cancun. I get burrito from Terra. Frijoles refritos.
Here comes the food. Teamer with a double liner for elbowing. Zapata's Grill, a preferred restaurant partner of the PD IceCats. Teamer, how'd you feel about the food?
Timur approved. Pasa PD!
You're watching the IceCats Broadcast Network.
And we are back just in time to catch the anthem presented by your local State Farm agent, Austin Wilson. Now let's head down to the ice.
Whose broad stripes and bright
right. Anthem in the books tonight. Starting lineup time brought to you by Seminar Brewing. And let's start with the goaltenders. It is indeed going to be Trevor Babin getting the nod for the visiting Columbus River Dragons here in this Game 1 of the Continental Division Final. 2-1 on the playoffs so far with a 2.67 goals against and a .937 save percentage. Opposed by Brendan Colgan, who's 2-0 with a 2.00 goals against average, .956 save percentage. That is tops among all goaltenders, whether they're still in the playoffs or not. And Colgan looking to make it win number 3 here tonight against his former team, the team that Colgan was able to win Goaltender of the Year honors with, set the league's consecutive shutout mark with, and scoreless streak record with, all in the same season. Colgan now facing his former mates and looking to make a huge impact as the IceCats in their black uniforms and baby blue buckets rolling right to left on your radio dial, getting ready to start period number 1, brought to you by your PD area GMC dealers, Tom Callahan, Sammy Vickery, here at Florence Center. Dennis Zychik out there with Frolov and Legkov, Razilov and Della Savita on D, and we are underway. IceCats with possession of the puck. They'll move it ahead. Dumped in over the line, but Columbus quickly back to center where Della Savita will get it deep this time. Columbus playing it up the near side wall, but it's stolen away. Zychik. Legkov is knocked down from behind. Puck still not out of the zone. It'll be pulled back there by Dustin Gesso, a former PD IceCat. He's played for a couple of teams this year, has Gesso, and certainly over the course of his career. And now here with Columbus. Here's Somro moving in on the right side. He's knocked down. Puck into the right wing corner of the IceCats end of things. Here's Zychik. We'll take a look. Spin away from the forecheck of Jemayev. And Zychik will lob one out to center. Comes down off the defenseman Thornton at his own line. Frolov over to tie him up. And now it's played back into center. McGill Diaz with it off the glass left side. And now Zychik's going to head to the bench. They'll cycle through the lines 1 minute into Game 1. No score here so far. There's a centering attempt from Ryan Hunter that was blocked by Charlie Bedard. Puck up the near side, chopped out by Marcin Kevics. And Houston Wilson will move up on the forecheck. Elijah Wilson also on this line. He is one of 3 IceCats in the top 5 in playoff scoring. 3 goals, 3 assists so far for Elijah Wilson. As it's moved ahead, Wilson leaving on the left side. Houston Wilson charging ahead with it now. Shot from the off angle, shrugged aside off the left shoulder of Babin. Shot from the right point coming in. Babin will glove it, and he will hang on. So, Sammy, early on here, already we've seen a couple of hits, couple of checks, and, well, now we've got a linesman having to get in there after Kyle Moore, who is trying to get after Elijah Wilson. And that was actually the comment I was going to make. I think you're going to see these two teams trying to get it under each other's skin quite a bit.
That's what my thought exactly was too, and we started off very strong in that sense of that, and it's good to get the shots early on, and hopefully they just keep coming and they keep fighting towards the goal.
Offensive zone draw coming up here to the left of Babin, and it is skipped towards the line. Hamilton could not step up to keep it in, had a bouncer to contend with there, sends it back in, and so now Gullo must tag it up. Gullo is out there with Welsh, who quickly up on the forecheck, forcing Bockel to throw it up the glass. And down it goes for an icing call here. Welsh attacking with speed on that right side. All of a sudden just jumped right in there. It's Robinson, Gullo, and Welsh out there right now. Pizzamenti is the extra forward here tonight. And the defensive pair, Jordan Popoff, out there with Jake Hamilton. I tell you what, Jordan Popoff, another former River Dragon on this team, as it goes back to him at the right point, fakes, moves it left side to Hamilton. He'll swing it around the rim. Onto the right side to Gullo. Gullo knocked down, puck in the corner. Welsh knocked off as it comes to the near side. Hamilton down from the left point. He'll send it deep again. Centering attempt blocked by Babin, and the puck stays behind the net. And the net is knocked off its mooring. And now Bockwell's going to get in there, start shoving, and now Storjahan into that pile as well. I think it's going to be testy here tonight. Both of these teams want to set a tone.
And they are setting it early on, too.
Yes, and the crowd loves it.
Oh, for sure.
Fans decked out in their blue here. As everyone wearing blue for this contest on a Wednesday night. IceCats are going to go ahead and change up the lines here for a face-off in the offensive zone. You know, it's interesting. Columbus comes out of a 3-game series against Monroe that was extremely physical. Not that the Athens series wasn't in those 2 games for PD, but Columbus is clearly trying to play a different style here and carry over how they played against the Moccasins. And it was effective. They won the series in 3 games. Puck played around and out to center. Della Savita on it there. He'll flip it the other way. Bockwell does get it back to neutral ice. Razilov with a quick pass right wing. Tipped down by Frolov. And here's Legkov on the right wing, cutting in with the puck. Backdoor feed. Zajac save made. Babin coming to his right. And now Zajac's going to draw a crowd there. Boy, Columbus is just looking for any excuse to get in there. And Della Savita gets into the pile right away. Legkov's going to throw. Legkov's got the mitts off. And he is trying to take swings. And he is going to go with Barrow. Now Barrow is hugged away by Della Savita. Those two of the 3 league-leading scorers during the regular season. You don't think the playoffs mean a lot to these guys? Oh, my goodness.
That was definitely a way to start this game. So hopefully this keeps going and gets the... you can already hear the crowd. They are loving this.
And now we had a couple of players wrestled down to the ice. That was Kyle Moore, who took down Dennis Zajac. And we are going to have a packed penalty box here, Sammy.
Oh, yeah, we are.
Barrow and Moore in there for Columbus. And we've got 3 players in. We've got Frolov, Legkov, and Zajac, the entire line in the box. Although if this doesn't even out, I will be shocked. I don't know how you don't even it out. Zajac didn't even do anything. Unless I'm missing a 3rd River Dragons player in the box. But it looks like there's only 2.
2, yeah.
Literally, Columbus initiated this entire confrontation by rushing over into the face of Dennis Zajac to start the whole thing.
He was wasting no time for that.
And really, if this is the case, if Columbus somehow comes out of this with a power play, all it's doing is rewarding their aggression, which means they're going to keep it going. And the IceCats are going to have to find a response to it, because the IceCats right now are trying to stay disciplined and stay out of the penalty box, and somehow they end up with 3 guys in there.
Yeah, this is definitely a new game coming in from last weekend to now. It's a whole different environment for them. It wasn't, like you said, the Athens didn't come out as heavy as this and as aggressive like this, so they're definitely going to switch their games.
And again, I mean, Moore went in there, got in after Zajac, pulled him down to the ice. Legkov and Barrow threw punches. Della Savita is actually the one who kind of rescued Barrow out of that situation. And now while they're at it, they're also working on a little patch of ice right there in front of the IceCats penalty box. Looks like there might be a little foreign substance on there they got to scrape up. But again, I'm having a hard time imagining a world where Columbus instigates the whole thing and then comes out with a power play, but it looks like that might be the case. All of this, by the way, Sammy, we've only played 2 minutes and 34 seconds of this game 1.
Yeah, like I said before, they wasted no time with coming out hot.
Boy, oh boy. Like heat-seeking missile into the corner, and they're still working on cleaning up the ice there in front of that penalty box area. Columbus still has 5 players on the ice. PD doesn't
have their players out just yet. So again, I'm anticipating either this evens up or it's... Well, let's see. Columbus just sent 5 guys out, so it should even up. I mean, I think that's the right call.
I agree.
Especially this early in the game. Columbus is going to try to sneak a late D change, and they will get tossed right back off the ice. Too late, guys. So Marcin Kevics, Houston Wilson, Elijah Wilson out there along with McGill Diaz and Charlie Bedard. Make sure they have the doors closed in the corner. And off we go. So PD has an entire line in the penalty box. And the River Dragons have their 2 top scorers so far in the playoffs in the penalty box in Moore and Barrow. Elijah Wilson pulled down, and Nathan Bockwell is going to go to the box. Interference will be the call as Wilson tried to get up on the forecheck there. So now each team will have 3 players in the penalty box, but this will be a Chick-fil-A power play, the first one of the series for either side. So Kyle Moore got 4 minutes for roughing. That's where that happened to work itself out. 2:47 time of the penalty against Bockwell, by the way. So the Chick-fil-A power play so far in the postseason, 0 for 7 for the PD IceCats. The kill has been 7 for 9 for the River Dragons at 77.8%. And they'll start with possession. There's a shot blocked up top by Colton. And it's tipped up top. Hamilton try to flip it deep, and that one is jammed out off of the shin pads of Robinson. This is the other thing, Sammy, right now, most of the top power play unit is also sitting in the penalty box for the PD IceCats. That doesn't help either.
No, it does not.
Sent back down here by Columbus. This is a heck of a way to start this game.
It really is. I don't know what I expected. I don't know if this is exactly what I expected, but I'm here for it.
All right, well, so are these fans here at Florence Center who are loving every bit of playoff hockey that they get to experience, as hockey is back here in the PD. Left point, here's Hamilton. On to the left wing half wall. They'll go to work setting it up. Hamilton with a shot for the point. Save Babin, and the rebound in his gear. It's Gullo, Robinson, Elijah Wilson, Houston Wilson, and Hamilton. And now that unit is going to be replaced by, and I've got to call it out as they come out because this is brand new. I guarantee you these 5 have not played together before on a power play. So we're going to have Welsh, Marcin Kevics, Pizzamenti, Della Civita, and on the left side, I think that is McGill Diaz. There's a puck one right in on goal, and it's held by Babin. So this is a very interesting look on the power player. Hey, you never know. Maybe you find a little chemistry here, right?
You never know. Yeah, you're right.
So we're fingers crossed. 1:03 left to go in the Chick-fil-A power play. Scoreless here. 3:45 into the first period. Face off to the right of Babin. Up top to Della Civita at the left point. He'll try to move it down the wall. And it comes free. Here's Pizzamenti around from behind the net out the right side. He'll bank it to Marcin Kevics. Marcin Kevics up top. Della Civita through traffic. Puck tipped to the glass. Pizzamenti left side. McGill Diaz up to the left point. Della Civita, and it was taken away, and now race the other way. Shorthanded chance developing here on the right side. A backhand in front, and Della Civita plays it away. And now an odd man rush. Here comes Marcin Kevics ahead. Left side, he'll dangle it over the line. Flips across ice. Into the slot. A backhand try. Save Babin. Rebound is free. The net is knocked off behind Babin. Oh, that's frustrating, but Columbus crashed into the net and knocked it off. I don't think they're going to have a call about it, but the River Dragons just went diving right into the posts with their goaltender down. That was Texmo. So now power play time down to 29 seconds. Scoreless here in the first. 4 minutes, 20 seconds into it. And again, PD controls the draw. Left pointers McGill Diaz moving it over Della Civita. Della Civita to the far side. Marcin Kevics will switch with him up top to his left. Wrist shot and a blocker save there. The rebound into the netting. And we'll again get a whistle here. And the IceCats will leave that power play unit out there. If you're just joining us, you missed quite a bit. Already Barrow and Moore in the penalty box for Columbus, along with Frolov, Legkov, and Zajac for the PD IceCats. There's a little bit of confusion here at the official scorers table. The penalty for interference against Bockwell is what's actually put PD on the power play here. But they're just trying to make sure that they let these guys out when they're supposed to let them out. Figure out who's who and when they're actually coming out. And the answer is nobody yet. Face off to the left of Babin in the offensive zone. And this time Columbus is able to win it back. Try to clear it around to the near side. And Stefanini trying to clear, can't. Tied up in the left side corner. Time ticking down to the power play here. Miguel Diaz trying to pull it out of the pile. Working over there, he's getting worked on. Puck to the left point, Della Savita swings it over to the right side. Marcinkiewicz, cross ice, here's Miguel Diaz in with a chance! Off the edge of the glove. Save made by Babin, puck free around to the far side. It is now back to 5-on-5. Marcinkiewicz, his shot, save made, rebound behind the net. Sent up top by Pizzamenti, pass blocked. Colton over to the far side, Marcinkiewicz over after it. To Pizzamenti in the right wing corner. Off of Marcinkiewicz, stays in. Up top, high slot, left off, right point, Della Savita. Right half wall, back up top, Della Savita. Wrist shot, and that hit traffic. Right side, Marcinkiewicz on the half boards. Run into over there, and it's cleared out by Stefanini out of play. That's a delay of game call. And so when we come back, IceCats back to the power play. 5:25 into the first, scoreless so far. This is IceCats playoff hockey.
You're watching the IceCats Broadcast Network. Evening Shade has been serving the Florence area for over 20 years. As a 3M and SunTech authorized dealer, the Evening Shade team is qualified and ready to help you with your project. Whether it's residential window tinting, paint protection film for your vehicle, commercial signage, or vehicle wraps, we can do it all. Evening Shade Incorporated. Trust a team with over 2 decades of experience.
Dal Massimo Ristorante Italiano, where culinary passion meets the art of hospitality. Established in 2010, our restaurant was born out of a love for authentic flavors and a commitment to providing our guests with a memorable dining experience. At Dal Massimo, we believe that food is more than just sustenance. It's a celebration of culture and community. Whether you're here for a cozy dinner, a festive celebration, we look forward to serving you.
Back here with first period action in this Continental Division final. Tom Callahan, Sammy Vickery here with you. First period presented by your PD area GMC dealers. Sammy, it's only been 5 minutes. It almost feels like an hour.
I know. A lot has happened within that 5 minutes, which was a crazy start, but now we have players back, and I think we're ready to go.
Delay of game call against Ben Stefanini means the IceCats back onto the Chick-fil-A power play where they are 0 for 1. Had a couple of good chances in there, but puck didn't find the twine. Now they do have, by the way, 2/3 of that power play unit out of the penalty box as Zajac and Frolov out. Legkov remains in the box. Face-off one back to the left point. It's handled by the IceCats, tied up on the left side wall. Ryan Hunter in there trying to dig it free. Zajac will send it around the rim. Over to the right side, Patrick's Marcinkiewicz taking the spot of Legkov on this line. Marcinkiewicz up top, Razilov. Actually, it's McGill Diaz on the left side, pardon me. Cross-ice feed is bounced away into the corner. Near side, McGill Diaz up to the left point, Razilov over. Into the slot, tapped out, McGill Diaz, left side corner, Zajac, McGill Diaz, half wall. Up top, Razilov doesn't shoot. Marcinkiewicz, backdoor feed, too far for McGill Diaz. Now he lets it go, and a glove save by Babin. Good puck movement there for this IceCats team. 35 seconds into the power play. Draw to the right of Babin. Exactly 6 minutes into this first period. Zajac is going to turn here. Kyle Moore comes out of the penalty box. So only Legkov and Barrow remain from that initial altercation. Face off to the right, eventually, of Babin as Zajac steps out again with the referee over at the scorer's table, making sure everyone's coming out at the right time here. And now, the referee goes over to the Columbus bench and is talking to both coaches about something. And now, Kyle Moore is maybe having to go back into the penalty box. Well, if anything, Moore's the one who picked up the double minor for roughing, so I figured it would be him. I thought Barrow might have been getting out of there sooner than later, but face-off finally dropped. Razilov will swing it over one time. Marcinkiewicz and another glove save made by Babin. So this time they'll try a draw on the far side of the ice. Only one shot for Columbus so far in this game. So for all the physical play so far, PD's done a nice job controlling some zone time. Of course, on their second power play certainly helps that, but Zaitchik's going to get tossed out of the face-off here. Marcinkiewicz will step in. And it's pumped back into the corner. Around the rim, no, blocked. Puck bouncing right up the slot. Try to feed it to the point, but it's tipped up in the air, and McGill Diaz has to chase it back. Around behind the net, Timur Razilov will leave it there. And here comes Patrick's Marcinkiewicz up the right side. To center. Marcinkiewicz to the right wing. In over the line. Lost it, but Razilov following up the play. Knocked it into the slot. And now a tripping call coming up here. And it's going to be against Frolov. So there goes the power play. With 51 seconds to go, we're going to play some 4-on-4 hockey. .636, time of the penalty. Eventually it will result in a River Dragons power play. They're 1 for 12 on the man advantage here so far in the playoffs. That is 8.3%. 71.4 on the kill, 5 of 7 for PD. Little extra ice out there. We'll see what it produces. Penalty box is the hottest seats in the house, Sammy.
For sure.
I mean, it's a great view of the game.
Yeah, they do get a good view.
But I'd like our side to be less empty or less full. Hamilton moving ahead, and he's going to dump that one right in on goal. Babin will handle and hold. Face-off will be to his left. And again, the River Dragons, everybody collapsing down low to try to get in the face of whoever happens to show up at the front of the net. Although I did notice a little less enthusiasm for going after Jake Hamilton than some of the other players.
Yeah, I did as well.
A little bigger physical presence out there. Face-off is pulled back by Columbus. Colton will send it around to the near side. Moore trying to move it ahead. And now another penalty coming up, and it's going to be another tripping call. It's going to be a 4-on-3 power play as Texmo was spilled down by Welsh. Turned over in the slot, but as soon as Robinson touches it, the whistle's going to go. And so now it will indeed be 2 River Dragons power plays, and unfortunately, a minute of it's going to be 5-on-3.
You can hear the crowd. They do not like that, and neither do we.
Well, this was the #1 ranked power play in the league in the regular season, and you would really like to see the IceCats go nowhere near the penalty box. Now back-to-back tripping minors. Makes it 4-on-3. So it's going to be 4-on-3 for 19 seconds. And then it is going to go to 1 minute 9 of 5-on-3. And then after that, 5-on-4. IceCats are able to start with a clear. It is Zaitchik, Bedard, and Razilov out there. As Kirk Underwood, 3 goals in the playoffs so far for the captain of the Columbus River Dragons. Right side, Storjahan moving it up top. Here's Hunter, hooks it to the near side, and now it's 5-on-3. Stefanini out of the box, and they give it away. A little miscommunication between Moore and Hunter, and the puck out to center. It's nice when the other team does the work for you.
very always helpful.
Underwood in with a shot. That was blocked in front. Oh, boy, Zajac almost able to take off with it. He is at least able to get it out of the zone. And quickly, PD is going to make a change. And offside whistled down. So that's going to get us a whistle here. 7:54 gone in the first period. 43 seconds to go in this 5-on-3 for Columbus.
I think the biggest thing that it comes down to this is just defense, 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 protecting their goal, and just getting it out of there.
Well, the hardest thing to do in hockey is kill penalties. And if you want to put a multiplier on it, instead of 5-on-4, make it 5-on-3. And that is exactly what Columbus would like to do here and make life miserable for PD. But Gullo, Popoff, and Hamilton out there to defend. And Gullo getting a chat from the linesman here and across from Jamea for this faceoff. Gullo wins it, but stepping in on the right side to retrieve it is Gesso. He'll put it to the right side. Colton over to the left. Barrow, left half wall. To the corner, behind the net. Out the near side. Looping all the way back up top. Still to his left. Barrow looking. Backdoor feed is cut off. Nice job by Gullo. What a read. He blocks the pass with a stick and fires it down the ice. Columbus on the regroup. On to the right side. Fortune leaving it. Gesso curling on the right side. 3 seconds, 2, and now it's going to go to 5-on-4 as a pass blocked by Zajac. Puck stays in the zone. Over Gesso one time. That's tipped into the netting by Hamilton. 27 seconds to go now on a 5-on-4. Well, you know it's intense. Jake Hamilton gets fired up about a shot block, but I love it because it was a critical block.
It was. That was definitely the key part of that play, so can't do too much complaining there.
Right now, Columbus hasn't gotten a whole lot going on the power play. If you happen to catch the pregame show, I got a chance to sit down with Liam Godimer, the voice of the River Dragons, just like I did with Mateen Rad before the Rock Lobster series. And he mentioned the power play hadn't been quite as sharp lately. However, I don't want to test that. Here's Hunter in with a shot. Save made, and the rebound off the right pad of Colgan went right past Barrow. Barrow in the far corner. He'll put it up top. No shot over to Hunter. He lets it go. Save Colgan, and he's got the rebound in the gear. And now Thornton with Della Savita as they have an animated discussion. Down to 8 seconds to go. Sammy, if they can get through this 8 seconds, get back to 5-on-5, this is massive in this first period.
For sure.
Crowd's into it. They are fired up here on a Wednesday night coming out for this Game 1 of the Continental Division Final between Columbus and PD. A lot of people did not pick these two teams to get through, and here we are with a 3-versus-4 matchup. And deservedly so.
Exactly.
They both had to work hard to get here.
Unexpected, but we are here, and we're ready for it.
Absolutely. So Storjahan's going to have to step in here as Razilov will switch sides with Wilson. And now they're going to toss Gullo out of the draw. Della Savita and Razilov chatting here, and the faceoff is won back by Wilson. Della Savita on it, trying to clear with time ticking down to the power play. Wilson into the pile. And set to come out of the box here in just a moment. Barrow with a far side feed. Gullo blocking it. Puck not out. Storjahan in the slot. His shot is deflected. In front of the net, Della Savita will wedge it out. A huge 5-on-3 penalty kill comes to fruition, and now offside whistled down at the Columbus line as Houston Wilson appeared to be in on a break, but play stopped. 9:24 into the first, scoreless. PD and Columbus. Each team now 0 for 2 in the power play, so a couple of big offensive chances early go by the board, but again, I mean, you love it for the IceCats, able to get through it, and it's good to see it happen early, I suppose. Let's get it out of our system, right?
Exactly. We have plenty much more time to come back from that, and we did extremely well for what we started with.
Puck turned into the right side corner. Somro into the slot. Doherty tied up, trying to get a shot away. Nice job by Elijah Wilson just to get into the big man there. Doherty trying to play it around behind the net now. Bedard sending it far side. Crashing from the left point. Thornton keeps it alive. Centering attempt. That was blocked. Onto the near wing. Doherty with a shot towards the net. That also blocked. Puck pops up in the air. Colgan trying to glove it. It's free in front. There's a shot penalty coming. No, ref got his hand down. Might have been a high stick. Puck is underneath Houston Wilson. Now pops free. Doherty far side is out-muscled for it. It's thrown out of play. Is that going to be delay a game? Let's see. No, the linesman on the near side said deflection. So I think we're just going to go to a break. Scoreless. We are only halfway through the first period. 9:52 to go. We're back with more in a moment. This is IceCats Playoff Hockey.
You're watching the IceCats Broadcast Network.
Gorget is a local craft distillery based in Lugoff, South Carolina, producing rum, vodka, whiskey, and bourbon in small batches. Founded in 2015 by 3 local gentlemen, Gorget has a fine line of handmade, local spirits. No matter what you desire, we have something for you. Isn't it about time you revolutionize your spirit? Visit us online at gorgetdistilling.com.
For 25 years, Stefano's Italian of Florence has brought the heart of Italy to your table. Experience the tradition with hand-tossed pizzas crafted with love and care. Our secret is our robust Italian seasonings and the finest imported cheese and our choice imported meats. At Stefano's, we share a taste of the old country with each bite. Stefano's, a taste of Italy.
Tom Callahan, Sammy Vickery, just doing a little dancing up here in the booth. Keeping it loose, keeping it light.
Great song to come back to, so hopefully this gets them going.
There you go.
It would get me going.
9:52 to go in the first period. Presented by your PD area GMC dealers. We are professional grade. Draw to the right of Brendan Colgan. Is played to the left point, not out, held in there. Columbus will bank it deep. Shot from the right post, save made, rebound. Right up in the air, they score. A bouncing puck goes in off of Ryan Hunter. Columbus capitalizes on a bounce. And the River Dragons knock one in with the old horseshoe to take a 1-0 lead. Well, that is them's the breaks. I don't know how else you talk about. The puck went a good 15, 20 feet in the air, came down, bounced off, I believe, Ryan Hunter, and went in the net. So let's see if they do indeed give the goal to Hunter. We'll pick up the call when it happens, but back in come the IceCats. Right side, here's Welsh. Welsh looking to try to put it in front. It's flipped around to the near side. Welsh on it. Welsh all the way up top, looping at the blue line. Swings it deep. Pizzamenti there for it. Back for Robinson. Robinson trying to move it around. Storjahan on him. Pizzamenti into the pile. Colton trying to move it free. Robinson again pinning it against the walls. It's popped up the boards, and now Columbus is able to move this one ahead. Barrow with a stretch into space. A bouncer comes through right in on goal. Save made Colgan, and the rebound swept aside. Della Savita will slow it down behind his own net. Around it is on the near wing. Pizzamenti trying to move this one out of the zone. He's tied up there by Patinkin. And now to the point, still not out. Barrow up with a rolling puck, swept off his stick. There's a shot blocked, and now Houston Wilson the other way on a breakaway. Houston Wilson moving in, comes in, shoots and scores! Houston Wilson gets the IceCats right back to level. We're tied at 1. Houston Wilson's second goal of the postseason on a breakaway. He beats Trevor Babbitt. They still have not, by the way, announced who's going to get credit for the River Dragons goal, so that tells me they're probably not sure and may take a look at it between the periods. So for now, we'll just say Ryan Hunter, but we'll try to figure that out. But that one, definitely, Houston Wilson, that's what they needed.
That is for sure, and that was the quick and best response you could possibly have from their goal, so everyone loves to see it.
Boy, the crowd got loud in here. I thought Game 1 was the loudest I had heard.
That might have beat it, actually.
Tonight's right up there. Columbus is in way offside. They're going to have to peel out of the zone as a goal announcement for Wilson. Della Savita with the assist. Puck at center. Miguel Diaz will dump it into the Columbus end of things here. River Dragons trying to turn it back out to center. Up on the right side. Hamilton with a hip check on Gesso. Went old school there. You don't see that too often. Miguel Diaz and Doherty having a discussion as the puck outlet through center. Left side, Marcinkiewicz moving in as Wilson. Shot, save made, rebound. Oh, Houston Wilson had a stick tied up by Thornton. Now a break the other way. Here's Doherty. In alone, cutting in right side. A shot. And he was caught from behind by Popoff. Great job by Popoff to get a stick check in there. Back the other way, left side. Here's Lenkov. In, shot, blocker, save, rebound. Free is cleared away by Colton. Feet up top. That one's picked off by Kirk Underwood. He'll go the other way, 2-on-3. Underwood pushing in on the left side. Popoff, big hit on Underwood. Hunter, near side, a shot, save made to the left post. And the puck's still free. I thought the net came off. It did not. There's a shot blocked by Zajac. Out the other way. Here comes Lenkov on the right side. Wheeling it over the line. Zajac out wide. His shot. Babin has it. No. Oh, he dropped it and the whistle went. Babin was looking for the puck, and I see why now, because it was still rolling through his gear, but the whistle went. And he'll get the break. Oh, my goodness, Sammy, did things pick up in a hurry.
That was just an eventful few seconds. I don't even know if I can process all of that, but it was a ton. It was a lot.
Well, that's playoff hockey. You know, it just all of a sudden one thing happens
and then it takes off.
The dominoes are going after that. And so, by the way, they have now posted the River Dragons goal at 10:21. It is Ryan Hunter with assists to Fortin and Lucas Texmo. Now, if that changes, we will let you know. From up here, it did look like it went in off Ryan Hunter, so I think that's about as good a guess as any. Left pointers Miguel Diaz with a shot floating in towards the front of the net, and it's Robinson to the slot with a chance, and that hit traffic. Finally found on the left side. Robinson after his own rebound. Left point off the heel of Miguel Diaz's stick. He has to retreat to center. He'll loop back quickly on the right side. Marcinkiewicz in. Looking for Miguel Diaz. Gullo pokes it into the corner and ends up with Texmo trying to clear it out up in the air. And back after the wedge into his own end here is Bedard. Bedard can't get to it. Moore chops it down low. Barrel off his skate. It goes right up the slot. And out. Up the other way. Well, no curling back. Welsh is going to slow it down. He knows his teammates are changing here. Miguel Diaz a wheel on the right side. He'll get it ahead into space. Elijah Wilson turning it in. Houston Wilson going to get it. Babin out to play it around up the near side glass. Chop to the line over the head of Hamilton and down the should be icing. Popoff back for the touch. 6:09 to go in the first. We're now tied up at 1 here in this opening frame. Best of 3 series getting underway tonight. The winner of this Columbus PD series will play for the Commissioner's Cup. And the other series getting underway tomorrow night is Port Huron and Binghamton. So we are the out-of-town scoreboard.
Yes, we are.
Want to welcome in all of the other FPHL fans who might be tuning into our broadcast and checking out this game here this evening. It has been exciting from the drop of the puck. A little bit of everything so far.
I was going to say, we have seen it all, I think, within just the first.
It's crazy to think how long the first half of that first period took, but it was exciting.
Very exciting.
Here's Popoff on the right side. He'll clear it ahead, tipped in by Marcinkiewicz. Moore after it. He'll bounce it to center. Houston Wilson on it there. Onto the right side, Marcinkiewicz steps around the check of Moore. In with a shot. Oh, he ripped it high. Might have gone off the knob of the stick of Babin. Fed around to the right point. Popoff looking for an angle. Moving to his left. Lets it go. Tipped it for a rebound. Oh, Marcinkiewicz denied by Babin. Left point. Here's Hamilton. Stops. He'll put a wrister in. Looking for the tip. Houston Wilson trying to get after it. Babin put the right pad out there. Now Marcinkiewicz behind the net. Driving out the far side, tied up by Bockwell, trying to slide free of the check. Into the slot with it, lost it, got it back for a moment, but off his stick it goes to center. He's back in. Legkov, Marcinkiewicz for Legkov in front, tipped it. St. Babin, and he sprawls to his right to hang on. Great pressure there, even in the middle of a line change from the PD IceCats. Game tied at 1. Shots right now 12-7 in favor of PD. And again, boy, it's really opened up the last couple of shifts.
It definitely has.
Sammy, if you weren't a hockey fan before this, we're making one out of you now.
Exactly. How could you not be such a fan of this game?
Face off to the right of Babin. Is thrown wide to the net. Ends up in the far side corner. Somro playing back around. And here's Thornton looking to move it out. Razilov down for the left point. Kept in up top there. Ends up with Frolov in the left wing. Tied up on the boards. Flipped up high in the air and out of play. A little souvenir. I believe that one was deflected out. Let's see. Indeed it is. So we'll get to our final break of the period. 4:48 to go in the first, tied at 1. We're back with more in a moment. This is IceCats Playoff Hockey.
You're watching the IceCats Broadcast Network.
McLeod Health is committed to helping you obtain a healthy lifestyle and improve your overall health. Medically trained in the areas of fitness and nutrition, we can help you reduce your risk for certain diseases and live a long, healthy life through fitness and wellness programs, community health education, and 2 medically based wellness centers. McLeod Health is with you on your journey to better health. Discover a new you at McLeod Health and Fitness Centers.
Get ready to savor the flavors of our long-standing family recipes bursting with authenticity and love. Indulge in the vibrant colors and aromas that create a fiesta for your senses with every bite. Your journey through our menu is a delicious adventure guided by tradition and the freshest ingredients Mother Earth has to offer. Come join us at 842 Woody Jones Boulevard in Florence. Order online at margaritasmexicanrestaurants.com. Margaritas. Experience the love in every bite.
And welcome back on IceCats Hockey. We're going to take a quick break, 10 seconds along the network for station identification. Back here on PD IceCats Hockey, the puck in the zone right now. Legkov wheeling it around behind the Columbus net. Stops in behind the goal. Backhands it right up the slot. A bouncer. Left point Razilov over to the right side. Della Savita, a shot. Hit traffic. Underwood puts it to the corner. Down for the left point. Razilov trying to step up on it. Keeps it in one time. Second time it's put over his head. And down the ice. Will it be icing? No, they wave it off. Della Savita around the rim far side where Legkov waits for it. He'll get it across. Della Savita with a tip on to Frolov. Deflecting on Zajac. Left side rolling. Puck stops. Try to gather on the half wall. He's pulled down. And now Legkov after the puck. Stops, curls, left wing, back up the boards. Legkov tied up in traffic. Puck fed to center. And now on the right wing side going the other way, Kyle Moore. And he's pulled down by Miguel Diaz. Could have been a penalty call back in the other end, and there wasn't. And now going this way, Miguel Diaz called for the trip. Actually, they call him for a slash. Okay. It's the third power play of the period for the Columbus River Dragons. 16:04, time of the call. And back onto the Bluefish IT Solutions penalty kill for the IceCats team. Face off to the right of Brendan Colgan. Gullo in for the face-off. Storjahan, puck one back to the point. Barrow through traffic. Colgan the save. Rebound is handled by Marcinkiewicz. He'll clear to the line and down. Past a diving Ryan Hunter. So Barrow will loop back for it. Pop off and Hamilton on D. Marcinkiewicz out there killing with Nick Gullo. Right-siders Moore in, looking for a backdoor tip, didn't connect. Over to the left side, Barrow into the corner, to the half wall. Moore tried to shove it across, Gullo blocked the pass. Left point, Storjahan to the near side. Barrow over. One time coming, and that is heeled into the corner by Colton. Pop off on it. His clear. Hit Colton. Now it scoots free to Gullo, and he'll rip it down the ice. Gullo had Marcinkiewicz ahead. He was looking for the break, but Gullo just wanted to pull the pin and get it out of there, and I don't blame him. Marcinkiewicz a little frustrated, but hey, at this point, just get it out of danger. It's not the worst outcome here. Puck to the near side corner. Chance to clear, and again off the glass and down. That one fired by Razilov. Frolov up after it. He's got Zajac in the offensive zone with him. Frolov's going to stick handle his way into the slot area, and he lost it there. And now a rush coming back the other way for Columbus. In on the left side, Hunter feeds it up top. More with a shot through traffic. Knocked down, and the rebound. Razilov clears off a body and into the bench. Faceoff will stay inside the IceCats end of things with 57 seconds to go on the man advantage for Columbus. Miguel Diaz in for slashing. 2:33 left to go here in the first. This game has not settled down at all.
No, it has not. There has been no really break that we have seen. It has been go, go, go. And I think everyone's here for it. It's getting the crowd crazy, and it's getting the team even crazier.
Fans are absolutely loving it. And I'm sure Columbus fans will love it too. Right side, here's Underwood putting it into the corner. We'll be there on Saturday night for game number 2, and then game 3 if necessary on Sunday. Puck up to the left point. Is picked off. Nice little job in traffic there by Welsh, and he clears it down. Just pressuring up top at the point. Welsh put his skates into it. He was able to clear it off the dasher and down. Down to 10 seconds to go for the Columbus power play, and they give it away at center. Welsh across looking for Frolov. Frolov in on the right side. Into the corner. He will throw the shoulder there on Thornton. Jemayev pulls the puck away. And out of the box is Miguel Diaz. So now, the Bluefish IT Solutions penalty kill 3 for 3 in this game. Here's Marcinkiewicz, left side in. He's got a screen, flips it down low for Frolov. He didn't see it in time, tried to center. That one blocked. Hamilton down low, looking to move it in front, and it's cleared down the ice. Popoff has it scooped past him. Colgan's going to come out to play it. They'll fling it across. Marcinkiewicz turning with it. Marcinkiewicz in space, left side. Legkov off the dasher, bounced away from him. That allows Columbus to try to turn it the other way, but they put it right off the shin pads of Zajac. Puck stays in the zone. Now it's out to center. Storjahan turning with it. 1:16 to go here in the first, tied at 1. Right side, here's Kyle Moore moving in, wraps it around, try to set it up top, hit the side of the net. Razilov over to the far wing. Barrow on the puck there. In the corner, tried to center, hit traffic. Right back up the boards it goes. Marcinkiewicz will move it across. Here's Razilov. Razilov left side to Legkov. Legkov dangles in left side, curls top of the circle, looking for help over far side. One time, and the pass on the back door there didn't connect to Robinson. Comes back over to Marcinkiewicz up top. He'll switch with De La Savita into the slot, taken away there. Moore looking to backhand this one ahead. And now racing on the left side, but a nice job on the back check from De La Savita. Took it away from Barrow. De La Savita will turn back in his own end with it. 35 seconds to go in the period. Right side pass, Legkov. Wanted to get to the bench to make a change there. De La Savita will send it around the rim onto the near wing. Boy, 24 seconds, still time here. PD better be careful with this as the puck into the netting. I will take that whistle at this point. PD looked a little discombobulated, perhaps.
Yeah, this will be a good reset for them.
20 seconds even to go here in the first. Face off in the defensive zone will be taken by Houston Wilson. Bedard out there. Elijah Wilson, and it's cleared out by Elijah Wilson off the mitt there of Colton. Jesso trying to loop his way back in on the right side. He'll send it deep. Under 10 to go. Puck right in front of the net. Miguel Diaz clears not out. There's a shot, and that one is tipped up over top by a diving Miguel Diaz. Wilson will eat it. Get it to the line, not out, and the horn sounds. Period comes to a close. 20 minutes into the books here at Florence Center. And this game is tied up at 1. Sammy, what do you think?
I mean, you really can't be unhappy with that. There's a lot of action going on. The score is 1-1. So there's not really anything to be down about. It's coming out in the next 2 and just really getting those goals in.
A lot of penalties in that period. Believe it or not, I mean, remember way back when we started with a packed penalty box on each side? It did settle down a little after that, but I don't know well, here, I'm going to play this one in two ways. It might calm down. We might not see as many power play chances over the next 40 minutes. Then there's the flip side of that coin, in which everyone goes bananas.
For sure.
And then the next thing you know.
Yeah, I think it could go really either way. So I guess we just have to wait and we'll have to find out.
Well, I've never been good at being patient, but I suppose we'll have to try.
I guess so.
All right, we'll take a break. When we come back, it's time for our first period intermission report. We're going to wrap up the scoring from that opening frame for you. Plus, we'll have an out-of-town scoreboard and more coming your way 20 minutes into Game 1 of the Continental Division Final. It's tied at 1 between Columbus and PD. We are back with more in a moment. This is IceCats Playoff Hockey.
You're watching the IceCats Broadcast Network.
For 20 years, we've captured more than weddings. We've captured legacies. The laughter, the tears, the moments that last a lifetime. Every glance, every vow, every I do, preserved in stunning cinematic detail. Because your love story deserves more than memories, it deserves to be a film that lives forever. Something to remember wedding productions. 2 decades of love stories, beautifully told.
Welcome to Seminar Brewing, where craft beer meets culinary delight. Located at 551 West Lucas Street in the heart of Florence, we offer an unforgettable experience for beer enthusiasts and food lovers alike. Pair your favorite brew with our mouth-watering menu. Our kitchen serves up everything from savory snacks to hearty meals, all crafted to complement our beers perfectly. Seminar Brewing. Taste the difference that local passion makes.
Southco Commercial Curb Appeal is the trusted partner for businesses in Florence and surrounding areas that want to maintain a clean, safe, and attractive commercial properties. With our wide range of services, from sweeping and landscaping to snow and ice treatment, we're here to ensure your property remains in pristine condition all year long. Southco Commercial Curb Appeal. Experience the difference.
With over 74 years of combined experience, Hometown Floor Coverings is the PD's flooring experts with attention to detail and professionalism. Whether it's commercial or residential, our installers are very reputable and trustworthy. Contact us today for free estimates. Hometown Floor Coverings, the flooring installers you can trust. Bring new life to your home.
Welcome to Creekside, where great food meets the perfect game of pool. Since 2021, we've been serving up delicious meals and creating memorable moments in our unique dining atmosphere. Whether you're planning a celebration or a corporate gathering, Creekside offers the ideal blend of delectable cuisine and entertainment. Come for the taste, stay for the experience. Creekside, the ultimate destination for fun and flavor.
You're watching the IceCats Broadcast Network.
Back here on IceCats Hockey, Tom Callahan here with you. Here on the first period intermission report, Sammy Vickery joining us as well. And Sammy, just talking about that first period, you know, we're going to the break and looking at the scoreboard, it's only 1-1. But, I mean, tell me you watched that 20 minutes and you would in any way believe the game would be only 1-1, because there were a lot of scoring chances, a lot of physical play. There was just so much going on. But I think it also shows how closely the two teams are matched.
For sure. I was going to say, it is really an even match. I mean, they both are coming at it at both directions. The IceCats did, I think personally, had a lot of control of the puck and a lot of more shots. But once again, that could switch during the second one, so we never know.
Well, you know that coming out in the second period, both teams are going to say the same thing to one another, right?
Yes.
They're going to say, oh, well, we need to, do this better, do that better. Then we also need to clean this up. We need to stay out of the box. We need to be disciplined.
Yeah.
But Columbus comes out, wants to play a rough and tumble game, and I think that's maybe the question that might surround the IceCats coming into the series is, can they return to play a physical game? And I think earlier in the season, the answer might not have been yes, but I think now it is. And they are a bigger, more physical team, and they can handle it.
Yeah, it is definitely a switch from the beginning to now. I think they are ready for it and prepared to come out here and be as strong and rough as they are to them.
Well, 20 minutes in, we are tied at 1. Let's take a look at the scoring wrap here for you from that first period. And they have indeed gone with Ryan Hunter on the goal, his first of the playoffs, from Fortin and Lucas Texmo at 10:18. That put the River Dragons up 1-0. And again, the puck just went straight up in the air. There was a pile of bodies in front of Brendan Colgan, and as it came down, it bounced in off the body of Ryan Hunter. So a bad break for the IceCats, but it counts, and the River Dragons took a 1-0 lead. Then, less than a minute later at 11:06, Dominic Delasavita with the lead pass to spring Houston Wilson for his second of the postseason. And I don't think you can understate the importance of that, or overstate, I should say.
No, that was definitely needed, and the best possible comeback you could see.
Right away, within a minute. And, in fact, those two goals ended up coming 56 seconds apart, and Houston Wilson responding there. Power plays in the period. Columbus went 0 for 3. The IceCats went 0 for 2. And they did have the shots posted. And, Sammy, I don't know. On the sheet, it now says 17-8 in favor of PD. I don't think the scoreboard matches up with that
no,
just
it does
yet.
not, but...
I think we're talking, 18-13 maybe?
Yeah, that's what it's looking like.
So we'll see what it comes out to be here in a moment. But officially on the match sheet, it is 17 for PD, 8 for the River Dragons. I'm sure they will update those totals, so just write that in pencil in your scorebook for now. So, all right, that's our look at the stats here from this first period. When we come back, we'll take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard, and then we will get ready for second period action in just a little bit here. Game 1 tied at 1 after 1. This is IceCats Playoff Hockey.
You're watching the IceCats Broadcast Network. This portion of today's broadcast is brought to you by McLeod Health and Fitness Center, the wellness leader. Austin & Associates. The right agent can lead the way. Hertz Car Rentals. Smart deals for any destination. Sports Clips Haircuts. The pros in men's and boys' hair.
McLeod Health is committed to helping you obtain a healthy lifestyle and improve your overall health. Medically trained in the areas of fitness and nutrition, we can help you reduce your risk for certain diseases and live a long, healthy life through fitness and wellness programs, community health education, and 2 medically based wellness centers. McLeod Health is with you on your journey to better health. Discover a new you at McLeod Health and Fitness Centers.
Known for his integrity, attention to detail, and client-first approach, Sean Austin builds lasting relationships based on trust and results. Whether you're a first-time homebuyer, a seasoned investor, or looking to sell your current home, Sean combines local expertise with strong negotiation skills to deliver a seamless experience from start to finish. Austin and Associates at RE/MAX Professionals. Your next address is just a slap shot away. Go IceCats!
Driving a new car from Hertz might drive your real car crazy.
Nice car.
Looks new.
Thanks, Tom Brady.
Have a flame with our newest fleet yet.
You'll miss your new car smell.
Rent now at Hertz.com.
No matter which Sport Clips you walk into, you'll know it's special. And just for you. Our stylists don't guess your best cut. They are experts in men's and boys' hair. Our cutting zone has all the basics and specialized equipment. From our comfortable cutting chairs to an array of specialized cutting tools and clippers. We got you covered. Visit Sport Clips of Florence today Located at 1940 Hoffmeyer Road, Suite B. We are the pros in men's hair.
The PD IceCats are lighting up the scoreboard, and Powers Properties is proud to be the official housing provider. Looking for an apartment? Powers Properties has you covered with modern apartments, convenient locations, and a team that puts you first. Just like the IceCats, we know what it takes to win, on and off the ice. Score big with Powers Properties. Relax, you are home.
You're watching the IceCats Broadcast Network.
Back here in the first period intermission report, Tom Callahan here with you. 20 minutes in the books, and we're tied at 1. Hunter for the River Dragons and Houston Wilson for the IceCats. We are the only game going on in the FPHL here tonight, and then there were 4. Tomorrow night, getting underway while we have the night off, will be the Binghamton Black Bears and Port Huron Prowlers. They play at 7:05 on Thursday night. And again, want to say hi to any fans tuning in from any of the Empire Division teams or any of the other Continental Division teams. And if you're a fan of hockey, you just happen to find us here, we appreciate you being along for the ride with this game tied at 1 after 1. And hey, the winner here plays the winner of that Binghamton and Port Huron series for the Commissioner's Cup. The title, the granddaddy of them all, of the FPHL. All right, let's take a look at the National Hockey League tonight on a Wednesday. What's fun about this time of year is it's also the first round of the NHL playoffs. And in the quest for the Cup tonight, you've got the Pittsburgh Penguins taking on the Philadelphia Flyers. Philly leads this series 2-0, but it is the Penguins out to a 1-0 lead early in the second period of Genny Malkin with his second of the postseason on the power play from Rustin Crosby. That's put the Penguins ahead. Coming up later on tonight at 9:30 Eastern Time, you've got the Stars at the Wild, and that series is knotted up at 1. And then at 10 o'clock tonight, the late game, the Oilers and Ducks. That series started the latest out of all of them. Edmonton won Game 1, and so Ducks and Oilers again, 10 o'clock Eastern Time tonight. Major League Baseball, out-of-town scoreboard for you. Right now, the Atlanta Braves in the bottom of the 5th inning with an 8-4 lead over the Washington Nationals. Elsewhere, a couple of finals for you from earlier today. 5-4 Mariners over the Athletics. Orioles 8-6 over the Royals. Astros 2-0 over the Guardians. 6-1 Rays beat the Reds. 4-1 Marlins over the Cardinals. And the Angels 7-3 over the Blue Jays. Game's going on right now. Bottom of the 6th inning, you've got the Tigers up 4-1 on the Milwaukee Brewers. Yankees with a 4-0 lead over the Red Sox in the top of the 6th inning. Bottom of the 4th, Mets 2, Twins 1. Middle of the 2nd, Phillies 2-1 up on the Cubs. And in the middle of the 1st, the Pirates with an early 1-0 lead against the Texas Rangers. Late kickoff tonight for the Padres at Rockies. That's at 8:40 Eastern. 9:40 Eastern, White Sox at Diamondbacks. At 9:45, you've got Dodgers at Giants. So that's our out-of-town scoreboard, and that is our first period intermission report. This game is tied up at 1. After 1, we'll take a break. When we come back, we're dropping the puck on second period action. That's on tap next and presented by Bud Light. Stay tuned. 1-1 after 1. Game 1. This is IceCats Playoff Hockey.
Welcome to the PD region, where Southern charm meets unforgettable adventure. Paddle scenic waterways, explore quiet trails, and experience nature at its finest. Savor local flavors, discover vibrant downtowns, and shop unique boutiques. From live music to hometown festivals, there's always something happening. The PD region, authentic, welcoming, and waiting for you. Plan your visit at pdtourism.com.
Let me tell you about this new Pretzel Cheddar Club. Hey, I'm Carlos.
And I'm Ebony. And a little thing we love about the Chick-fil-A Pretzel Cheddar Club
is the tangy Dijon with the pretzel bun. When I add the Dijon mustard to this pretzel bun, it takes it to a whole nother level.
It goes perfectly with the chicken and the cheddar cheese and the bacon.
Man, you know how much you love bacon. And I love the different varieties. Grilled, spicy, original. It gets you nice and excited for fall.
Real guests paid for their
From home entertainment to the technology that keeps your world connected and secure,
At PHT Audio Video and Security, we don't stop at residential solutions. Our team designs and installs professional commercial systems built for performance and reliability. Secure what matters with advanced security systems and stay protected day or night with powerful camera systems engineered for clarity. No matter the need, expertly installed and perfectly.
Do you love disc golf? Smiling Skull Disc Golf is a pro shop for disc golfers of all skill levels and budgets. We carry hundreds of discs from many different manufacturers, including plastic glow discs for those winter evening rounds. Whether you have been birdie hunting for years or you're seeking your first putter, our knowledgeable staff can help find the perfect disc for you. We also carry carts, bags, retrievers, grip enhancers, and more. Smiling Skull Disc Golf, where customers are valued and we seek to find you eternal happiness.
From home entertainment to the technology that keeps your world connected and secure, at PHT Audio Video and Security, we don't stop at residential solutions. Our team designs and installs professional commercial systems built for performance and reliability. Secure what matters with advanced security systems and stay protected day or night with powerful camera systems engineered for clarity. No matter the need, expertly installed and perfectly integrated.
And we're back for second period action presented by Bud Light. Tom Callahan now joined by Joanne Bethea, tied at 1 after 1. Joe, you spent our first period of action, and I mean action, down there for the most part at ice level, but also, just the vibe from the crowd and everything. Give us your thoughts on that opening 20.
Well, before the game, what I heard from everybody was how aggressive this game was going to be, that the heat between these two teams is inevitable, but you can really tell that the crowd is also feeling that same heat. Everybody is loud. It's hard to hear. I was screaming next to the people beside me, so the vibes are absolutely high.
Well, let's see how it goes here to start the second period. Rolling left to right on your radio dial are the PD IceCats in their black home uniforms. So it is fired into the far side corner. Razilov going back after it here. And it's cleared along, but that should be a hand pass, and it is. Oh, a little shot after the whistle by Jemaev, and Colgan fires the puck at him. As he should. And Colgan comes out for a little skate, and he'll have a lot to say to Jemaev about that. I'm surprised Jemaev didn't get buried for that one. Faceoff will come outside the zone 15 seconds into the second period. So it's going to be Gesso out there along with Stefanini and Jemaev. Face-off is won back by PD. 5-on-5 hockey, by the way, which we didn't see a whole lot of back in period number 1. 5 power plays already, 3 for Columbus, 2 for the IceCats, but nobody scored on one yet. And the River Dragons back after it. Somro, but he's not going to beat Zajac to that puck in behind his own net. Zajac tried to slide it free, looking for Legkov. Legkov onto the near side, centering feet. Oh, just past the stick of Frolov all the way down the ice. Speaking of Frolov, little baby Jackson coming into the world this morning. Congratulations to the Frolov family.
I actually spoke with Riley, and she said she's doing great. Even sent me a picture of the baby, so we're happy for both healthy mom and baby.
Absolutely. Great news all the way around. And Frolov is so excited. Vadim Frolov is maybe the most excited, and I've seen a lot of excited new dads. Here's Thornton in on the right side, by the way, in on goal, and he scores. A turnover at center after an IceCats player was knocked down in behind the play. And I think PD was looking for an interference call. They didn't get it, and instead Brody Thornton breaks in the other way and scores from the right wing side. And I got news for you. You got to play to the whistle. If you didn't get the call, you can't stop, and PD stopped. And that allowed Thornton to walk in on the right side and beat Colgan.
I think most of the time when you see the IceCats have something go wrong, it's usually a small mental thing. When you mentally play tough, that's usually when they're playing their best hockey, and right there was just a discipline error.
Well, the crowd booing Dustin Gesso, picking up an assist, the former IceCat player. Last time Columbus scored, PD roared right back with a Houston Wilson goal. Let's see if they can do it this time as they try to push into the offensive zone here, left wing corner. Robinson in there. Colton, now Gullo digs it out. Gullo is hooked off the puck. Fed back up the far side, is cleared to the line, but not out. Welsh keeping it in. Gullo and Underwood, far side, it ends up with Robinson. Robinson on the half wall, into the corner for Gullo. Gullo backhand right up the slot, stretching Bedard, can't get to it, out it goes. It's two quick chances up the slot that just haven't connected in this period for PD. Storjahan inside his own line, sends it out to center. McGill Diaz will fire it in. IceCats go for the change. I will say this, though. Columbus's goals, they've taken advantage of the breaks. Now stretching in left side is Barrow. Could have been whistled on the offside. It was not. Barrow lost the puck in the corner. Tried to backhand it across onto the right side. Storjahan, backdoor feed. Off of Barrow. Colton left side. Into the skates of Barrow, and it's picked away in the half boards. And now ahead, here's Marcinkiewicz, left side. Houston Wilson going to the net. Leaves it for Elijah Wilson. His shot is partially deflected. Wilson in front again. Marcinkiewicz, and he fired a rolling puck high. Bouncer around to the near side. Lucas Texmo will get that out to center, feeding Barrow. They come in, and that is whistled down on the offside. 2:43 into the second. 2-1 Columbus in the lead. And, I mean, that's the thing, Joe. I mean, regardless of sport, you're not always going to get the breaks. The luck is not always going to go your way. You can't sit there and lament the fact or cry over it. You've got to get back to business as soon as possible.
Well, that's what separates teams that are good versus great. When you're able to come back and not let those kinds of things get you down, but instead motivate you to play better and play smarter and play more disciplined, those are the teams that you then see in the championships.
Face off just outside the PD line, controlled by Columbus. They'll send it in on Colgan. Ooh, he tried to leave it aside, but then a little miscommunication there on the defensive side. Della Savita thought Colgan was going to hold it, so he turned around, and while he was turning around, Colgan played it, so he had to flop back on it. Now we get Frolov and Doherty having a discussion.
Lots of discussions tonight.
Yes. I think perhaps they're trying to find all those really good but hidden out-of-the-way dinner spots.
Have you ever seen that TikTok where it's the audio is the Kardashians? It's like, oh my God, like she's so mean, and it's usually guys like chitter-chattering.
I have
At
not.
sports when they're like huddled together, that's what it's reminding me of.
No, but I think that would be very amusing. And apparently so does the rest of America. As that one sent down, no icing here. Columbus will fire it right back out to center. Gesso shoved off by Della Savita. On the right side, here's Jemayev in for a shot. That is blocked. Pizzamenti into the corner. Doherty tried to rag it behind the net. Ran into Della Savita. Actually, that's Gesso, rather. Ran into Della Savita as they try to kick it free. Ends up on the near wing. IceCats look to break the zone. Little flip ahead into space. Gloved by Bockel at his own line. And now Frolov steps in, but that was interrupted there. Fired back in by Della Savita. Punched out with the blocker of Babin into the netting. And that'll get us a whistle here. Della Savita with a little discussion again over at the bench, he and Doherty, as he had his helmet pulled off right at the Columbus bench. Trying to get his gear back. The animosity is still up right now, although it's not quite as demonstrative as it was in the first period.
Oh, just wait.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure.
I feel like there was a reason.
Famous last words, right?
I feel like there was a reason that the two teams came out hot, because both wanted to set a tone. And now that we're in the second period, you just gotta give it some time.
2-1 Columbus here early in this second period. Puck is kept in at the line. Robinson will toss it into the left side corner. Far side, here's Thornton. And now it's moved ahead, and the River Dragons do break the zone, but a pass at center is deflected away and turned right back up into the Columbus end of things. Welsh will put it into the right wing corner. Somro sending it around to the left point. Miguel Diaz waiting there. They'll feed it down low to Robinson. Robinson behind the net. Welsh can walk it in front, but he was picked up at the last moment by Thornton. Maybe took a little too long to make the decision there. That puck sent down, and now the icing will be beat out. Play continues. Columbus on it here. They try to feed it up top. Underwood shot fanned on. And it's cleared off the glass and out. And now on the right side, here's Welsh up after the puck. Somro beats him back. That will be an icing call and a face-off back in the IceCats end of things.
So circling back to Frolov's new boy, did they tell you how big he was?
No.
He was 9 pounds, 4 ounces, and 20.5 inches long.
Wow.
Yeah.
I got him beat, though. I was 9'8".
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't know how tall I was, though.
I was not. I was an ounce away from 8.
Oh. That seems about right.
My brother was 10 pounds, though, and my poor
Wow.
mother is 5'2".
Wow, that is bowling ball territory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The poor lady.
Well, football runs in the family. You got some big guys.
Well, they definitely have a new hockey player ready to go, being that big for the Frolovs.
I love it. Draw one back in the defensive zone, and the IceCats will wedge it out and down the ice. That's going to allow at least Gullo to get off on the change here. Lucas Texmo trying to move it ahead. On the right side, it's swept away by McGill Diaz. He'll send it back out. Kyle Moore on it there, playing it ahead, and that'll be offside. I believe it was indeed touched by Barrow. IceCats at least get to reset the lines here. And a face-off will come just outside the Columbus end of things as they rule the intentional offside. Marcinkiewicz, Wilson, and Wilson. Sounds like a law firm.
It does.
It's Houston Wilson in for the face-off across from Storjahan. And it's one back to Popoff. Popoff to the stripe at center. He'll dump it in. Around it goes. Babin lets it. Left side, Marcinkiewicz chopped to the point, held in. Hamilton, his shot save made Babin, and he hangs on to the rebound. Storjahan goes in there and takes a swing at Elijah Wilson, who actually I thought was quite polite to Trevor Babin when he slid into him. He just kind of stopped him and held him there. And then Columbus has been like that, though. They're feisty. They want to punch you in the face after every whistle next to their goaltender. They're playing with an edge, and they're trying to carry it through here.
And they don't care who you are. It can be any player, because normally there are certain players that are targeted. You're not safe when you play Columbus.
Except Jake Hamilton. They did not mess with Jake Hamilton when he went to the side of the net.
I actually saw a fan with a T-shirt that said, "You just got hammered."
I like that. Face-off will be to the right of Babin. Eventually. There we go. Columbus looking to clear it out more. Gets it over the head of Hamilton. He chases a bouncer back to his own line. Barrow driving into the right side corner. Popoff over to pick him up. Barrow puts it to the left point. Lucas Texmo in for a shot, and he scores. Hamilton tried to go for the block, and I don't know if he inadvertently screened Colgan in the process. But it's now a 3-1 River Dragons lead on that shot by Lucas Texmo. And boy, Petey better find some answers here. 5:08 into the second period. Columbus has scored twice to break a 1-1 tie and make it 3-1.
This is the time when your captains and how mentally tough they are really comes into play. Are they able to chalk it up to these guys that they do have it in them to play, that they do have the tools to win? Now they just got to go execute.
Well, it's all about the response. And right now, PD needs one. Puck is at center. Here's Jemayev sending it into the far side corner. Della Savita over after it. They'll play it on to the near side, and boy, for as many offensive chances as they had in the first, we really haven't seen much offensively here in the second from PD. And as I mentioned, Columbus is playing a physical game. They're engaging. They're getting in there after them. I just haven't seen that same response out of the IceCats. The IceCats don't look like the team that had to play 3 games and then travel here, get off a bus, and then try to get it in gear.
there's a fine line in not feeding into somebody's antics, but also playing with authority, especially when it comes to hockey. I was having this conversation with someone before the game that, yes, knowing you're coming into a tough game, that, you know, you can't play good hockey if you're not on the ice, but also at the same time, you know, you can't just lie down and let it happen to you. So, I mean, it's a tough and a fine line to draw, but I think it's just now time for the IceCats to maybe give a little more oomph they've been giving.
3-1 Columbus, early second period. Back with more in a moment. This is IceCats hockey.
Hey, grab me 1-2.
Tom Callahan here, along with Joanne Bethea. And it's 3-1 Columbus now. We started the period tied at 1. River Dragons have scored twice, Thornton and Lucas Texmo, in this first 5+ minutes. Tenor of the game has changed a little bit here, but now it is absolutely on PD to try to get it going. And speaking of Baby Frolov, they did just announce happy birthday to Jackson. Born like 5 o'clock this morning.
I would not want to have to get up that early.
I don't think you have a choice. Zajac will wedge one out of the zone here. Thornton backing up in his own end. Played onto the far side, and now scooting in is Hunter in behind the D, but slapped off a stick from behind by Miguel Diaz. Hunter tried to center, and Miguel Diaz wrapped him up on the wall. Fed around behind the net. Bedard will try the near side around to the left point, and Thornton cannot keep it in, and now it's stolen away. Up the right side, here's Welsh moving in. Has to carry behind the net. Tried to send it in front, blocked by Underwood. Gullo after it back there. Had it knocked off his stick, puck in a pile, and it's pulled out near side by Thornton, and he'll just wedge it out. Hamilton racing back against Hunter. Plays it away, and now Zajac looping to his left. Dennis Zajac across to Frolov at the line. Down the right wing side. Welsh kicking it back towards Frolov over the head of Zajac, tipped into the corner. Backhanded around the far side by Texmo to awaiting Kyle Moore. And Moore tried to clear, hit a body. Puck goes right back to him, and now he'll send it out. Hamilton digging back, should be icing, and it is. 7-11 into the second period, presented by Bud Light. Faceoff will come back down into the River Dragon zone. Joe, it does feel a little bit like the air's gone onto the balloon here this part of the second. I know games ebb and flow. Right now I feel like we're in an ebb for PD.
We definitely are, and unfortunately you can also, the fans are feeling it as well. So we need something to bring the energy back.
Put the puck in the net. That would get it done. Here's Popoff up top. Down low, looking for Marcinkiewicz. Tipped away from him into the corner. Barrow trying to step past Houston Wilson. Elects to reverse it around to the near side. Storjahan on it. They'll go cross ice. Barrow off the skates, carrying into the right wing. Flips it into space, but Texmo jumped up on the rush. Couldn't hang on to it. Now it's cleared to the left point, not out. Sent across. There's a shot. Barrow save made. Rebound. Oh, what a stop coming to his right by Colgan. Big time save right there. Back at center. Texmo trying to put it back in. It ends in off of Storjahan. Should have been too many men, but they let it go. Houston Wilson up after the puck. No icing here. Chimaev will curl back away in the far side. Pressured behind the net. Chimaev trying to work it up the wall. It does get away to center. Turned back by De La Savita off of Marcinkiewicz. Marcinkiewicz steps free of a check, and he moves in. He's got Welsh with him. Marcinkiewicz cutting into the slot. Welsh cutting over to the near dot. Picks it up. Feeds it into the slot for Robinson, a shot, and that's handled by Babbitt. He'll hold on. And now Marcinkiewicz and Stefanini are both going to go, and that's a terrible trade. Oh, that's a terrible trade. .8:16, time of the penalties. Man above Columbus, I take that all day long. Joe, you're right. They need something. They need something to change this momentum.
One positive I do really want to mention, though, right there just offensively, is watching the guys work together. This is a team that when they work together, they just click better. And I mean, even though it didn't end in a goal, the tactics they were using were winning tactics. Now you just got to, maybe get it in the corner a little bit better. But overall, I liked what I was seeing on this end of the ice. Now, I don't like seeing Patrick Martin-Kevich in the box, and I don't like that, but fortunately part of the game.
So they both get 2 for slashing out of the deal. 4-on-4, we shall skate. 8.5 into the second period. Right now it's Gesso feeding it over, and the puck never actually settled for Fortin. He'll take it behind the net, ends up on the near side. Somro looking into the slot, backdoor feed, Colgan to his left, and I don't think that shot ever got through. Now up the other way. Razilov is up, and he tried to pick between Gesso and the puck. Knocked him off it a little bit there. Now Legkov trying to steal it. Zajac looking to grab it. It comes back to Razilov. And that one is deflected on back in on Colgan towards Della Savita. They'll bank it around to the far side. Here comes Legkov up the right side. Legkov leaving in the high slot area. Through the skates, Frolov, hook, pulls up, feeds the point. Bedard to the left side. McGill Diaz tried to feed the slot, tipped up in the air, comes down to the near wall. Legkov wheeling it. McGill Diaz, left point. McGill Diaz through traffic, shot, and the save Babin there is Frolov across the front of the net, but Babin hanging on to pretty much everything right now.
That, I think, is what can be frustrating, is when you're doing all the right things and it's still not going in. That's when you have to mentally be disciplined of, like, how do we adjust? What do we need to change to be able to get this puck in net?
Well, I could start with higher quality of shots. They're just throwing some muffins at Babin right now. He doesn't have to work very hard. Shots are coming from the perimeter. They're not getting to the front of the net. They're not getting traffic. They're not even really working all that hard on these puck battles. I got a list right now, Joe. I got a list. This effort is terrible right now. This is the worst I've seen the IceCats look in a long time. There's a blast and a left pad save there by Babin. In the near side corner, here's Houston Wilson. Underwood tying him up. Texmo on the near side as that puck is played away to center. Stepping out on the change here, Welsh will turn it back on the right wing. Ends up back at the blue line. McGill Diaz backing up with it. Bedard on the right side, trying to push it ahead into space. Bouncing puck, Underwood on it. And he'll bank it out to center. Hunter at the line, steps in over, leaving it up top. Here's a shot by Underwood, wide of the net. Maybe looking for a tip there. Welsh on the right side. He'll get it back across. McGill Diaz onto the left wing to Houston Wilson. He has to wait. We go back to 5-on-5. Wilson around one, right side to Welsh. Leads him in over the line. Banks it back. Houston with a shot and a glove save Babin. And again, perimeter shot. Easy catch, easy freeze. Face off. 9.5 to go here in the second. It's 3-1 Columbus. We're back with more in just a moment. This is second period action presented by Bud Light. It's IceCats playoff hockey.
You're watching the IceCats Broadcast Network. Evening Shade has been serving the Florence area for over 20 years. As a 3M and SunTech authorized dealer, the Evening Shade team is qualified and ready to help you with your project. Whether it's residential window tinting, paint protection film for your vehicle, commercial signage, or vehicle wraps, we can do it all. Evening Shade Incorporated. Trust a team with over 2 decades of experience.
Dal Massimo Ristorante Italiano, where culinary passion meets the art of hospitality. Established in 2010, our restaurant was born out of a love for authentic flavors and a commitment to providing our guests with a memorable dining experience. At Dal Massimo, we believe that food is more than just sustenance. It's a celebration of culture and community. Whether you're here for a cozy dinner, a festive celebration, we look forward to serving you.
Back here on IceCats Hockey, Tom Callahan, Joe Ambethay here with you. 3-1 Columbus. 9.5 minutes left to go in the second period. Presented by Bud Light. Face-off coming out to the left of Trevor Babin. And hopefully, Joe, they hit a reset button at that commercial break. Let's see if PD with this offensive zone draw can get a little something going for themselves. Robinson trying to fight for the puck around behind the net. Wrapped up by Bockwell. Storjahan out the other side. And he will dump it in from center, from behind center, but it hit a stanchion, didn't actually go deep, and so that allows Columbus in for a chance, and a blocker save Colgan. Barrow on the near side into the slot, and now they'll be put ahead at center. In on the right wing side, Elijah Wilson dumps it behind the net. Bockwell back up the near side. Barrow on the cross ice pass, finds Moore, stops at the line, and he'll just wheel it around behind the net. Around the rim it goes, and now the IceCats break the other way. Wilson moving it across. Pass didn't connect there. A little too far ahead for Pizzamenti, forcing Zajac back. And now a lead into space, but PD was changing. Now right back up the other way. Here comes Columbus. Left wing Barrow with a wrist shot, and the save made by Colgan. Rebound on the far side. Up through center, a bouncer. And ahead comes Lekov. Lekov has help, feeds Frolov. Oh, it hopped off the heel of the stick into the slot. A shot shoveled wide by Zajac. And now swung up top and out of the zone. The other thing, too, is I think Columbus has gotten a couple of good bounces, breaks that have gone their way that have ended up in the back of the PD net. And that sequence right there just showed you right now the puck luck is also not with PD. Frolov wide open. It goes off the heel of his stick. Then another chance for Zajac, and the puck won't settle. He ends up just kind of nerfing it wide, and those are just little things inside the game. They don't always go your way, but right now, if you're PD, if you're an IceCats fan, it's hard to feel like things are going your way, and that's why we talk about this paradigm shift, the momentum shift. What can they do to get it? It is hard when you feel like the breaks aren't yours, but you've got to manufacture it sometimes. It's almost like fake it till you make it.
Yeah, sometimes you have to make your own energy.
Well, Legkov is a guy who's good at that as he spins inside the line. Tried to throw it deep, however, and that pass was blocked. And now a lead back up the left side for Jemaev. Jemaev trying to leave it into space. It's tied up in the left half wall, but pulled away by the IceCats. They'll break through center up the right side. Houston Wilson driving in. Lost it in his skates. Just things like that are happening. Down for the left point. Kept alive by McGill Diaz, but Underwood over there. And now it's swept out of the zone down the ice. Zajac. Or pardon me, that's Bedard sending it behind the net. Elijah Wilson over there. McGill Diaz will move it back. Bedard up the right side. Bedard up ahead into the skates of Houston Wilson. Tied up just over the Columbus line. Now turned over in the sliders. Marcinkevics in with a shot. He missed the net. Tried to go low stick. And that one sent down the ice off McGill Diaz. No icing. 6:35 to go here in the second. 3-1 Columbus. They intercept the puck. Fed into the slot. Kyle Moore to his right. Tried to hook it on goal. Blocked. Second attempt goes behind the net. On the far side, they battle in the corner over it. Puck pushed up to the half wall. Now cycle deep. Storjahan cutting around out the far side. Try to wrap it in front through the paint. It goes left point. Texmo with a drive, and that one off the shin pad of Elijah Wilson. Ends up in the corner. Bedard will lift a wedge out of the zone. Down it goes. That'll be icing. 6:06 to go here in the second. 3-1, Columbus in the lead. And the River Dragons have the advantage here because the IceCats have to keep the same personnel out there on the ice. That's a tired unit. Wilson, and Marcinkevics out with McGill, Diaz, and Bedard. Boy, this is where it's so important to win the faceoff here for Houston Wilson. Get possession and get that puck out of the zone. They tie up on the dot, and it does come back to McGill Diaz. He'll wedge it down. Marcinkevics sprinting up after it. That's going to allow at least one player to change. And now as Houston Wilson picks off a clear, he keeps it in right side. Marcinkevics in the slot, try to wheel away with it. Sent out by Barrow, but the defense also changing. And now the IceCats are going to get a chance to really reset things. Thankfully, it all worked out there. Bockwell looking ahead through center. Popoff deflects that pass. It goes to the right side of the zone. Swung away from Jesso to center, just over the line. Kyle Moore fed it back towards him. Popoff watching Jesso on the right side. He gets run into by Robinson on the far side. Well, you know what? Sometimes you throw a couple of good shoulders and get yourself back into it. Stefanini is dropped in behind the net by Hamilton, who heard me thanks to the radio in his helmet. Left side, here comes Jesso. Back in over the line. He'll swing it around to the right wing corner. Stefanini pushing it right back to the near wing. Centering attempt. Here's Jemaev with a shot. Right pad save, Colgan. Puck in behind the net. Jemaev swings it around to the right point. Up top, middle of the blue line. Thornton through traffic, and that deflects onto the near wall. Stefanini lets it go, but that was blocked. Gullo knocked down by Stefanini. Puts it in front, and Colgan a save on the doorstep on Gesso cutting in front. Puck at the left point. Thornton keeps it in again. Thornton to his right. Looking to let it go. Has to walk around Gullo and back up with it. Onto the left half wall now. Thornton gets it back once again. There's another shot coming in and a glove save, Colgan. He'll hang on. 4:34 to go here in the second. 3-1 Columbus in the lead. We'll take a break, come back with more in a moment. This is IceCats Playoff Hockey.
You're watching the IceCats Broadcast Network.
Gorget is a local craft distillery based in Lugoff, South Carolina, producing rum, vodka, whiskey, and bourbon in small batches. Founded in 2015 by 3 local gentlemen, Gorget has a fine line of handmade, local spirits. No matter what you desire, we have something for you. Isn't it about time you revolutionize your spirit? Visit us online at gorgetdistilling.com.
For 25 years, Stefano's Italian of Florence has brought the heart of Italy to your table. Experience the tradition with hand-tossed pizzas crafted with love and care. Our secret is our robust Italian seasonings and the finest imported cheese and our choice imported meats. At Stefano's, we share a taste of the old country with each bite. Stefano's, a taste of Italy.
Tom Callahan, Joanne Bethea here with you. 4:34 left to go in second period action presented by Bud Light. All right, Joe, fire these boys up. Let's hear your speech. What do you got?
I don't know if it's appropriate for on air.
Okay.
Just kidding. All jokes.
We'll send you down to the second. We'll send you down to the locker room in the second intermission.
As like you like to say. I keyed.
Yes. Face off to the right of Brendan Colgan. It's 3-1 Columbus here. Late stages of the second period. Game 1 of the Continental Division final. Ryan Hunter heels one over, but in for the point. Somro with a shot. Save Colgan. Rebound behind the net. Somro in front. And that one is fanned out as well as the puck away to center, where it's taken from Legkov. And back in comes Underwood on the left side. Underwood with the backhand to the front of the net. That one is stolen away. Back to the line. Not out. Somro keeps in right point. Sends it to the left wing corner. Della Savita around that far side wall. Trying to move it out as that's chipped out of play into the bench area, and we get a whistle.
But in all seriousness, if I was to say something to the guys, one, I would say, I realize that it's dead in this arena right now, but you can't be dead. And two, I need you to shoot the puck like you actually mean it. That's what I would say.
That's fair.
Because unfortunately, I do think this team is very reactive to how the arena is. And right now, the arena's dead.
Also, Joe, I need you to go down there, empty the stick rack, throw all the water bottles onto the ice. Just
make a scene.
Oh, absolutely. This place would go bananas. Here's Marcinkiewicz ahead. Trying to move it up there onto the left side. It's turned right back off the glass by Moore. A bouncing puck at center. Marcinkiewicz battling with Moore. And eventually it ends up with Elijah Wilson. Here's Elijah Wilson through center. Elijah Wilson in on the backhand, trying to drive it on goal, and that one is pushed behind the net. Here's Texmo the other way. Ahead, looking for Barrow. Cut off at the line. McGill Diaz. Bank it ahead, run into a check there. On to the left wing, Lucas Texmo. Back to the right side. He'll fire it in from center. Colgan out to leave it behind the net. Up to the left point. Texmo on it. Backdoor feed, and that one leaks off the stick of Barrow. Into the corner. He's tied up over there. Bedard, and now it's pulled out Houston Wilson. Up ahead for Marcinkiewicz. Run into by Bockwell, but the puck does escape all the way back to the Columbus end of things. Bank back ahead by Texmo. Ends up with McGill Diaz. He'll use the glass to get it going the other way. Houston Wilson off his stick into the Columbus end. He calls for a change. Jemaev turning with it. cut off of the line by Bedard. Bedard back across to Jemayev, and McGill Diaz chasing him behind his own net. Up the near side in the slot area, Columbus on it here, and Gesso trying to wheel it across to the right point. Shot coming in, and that one is turned aside by Brendan Colgan. And cleared ahead by PD. Marcinkiewicz into space with a little flip across. Robinson trying to pull it out of the skates of the defenseman. Ends up on the near side. Back across Marcinkiewicz. Tries to slide it through traffic. Instead, it is picked out by Columbus and sent back down the ice. Jemayev going the other way with it. Steps in over the line, onto the right wing wall. And Gesso run into by his own man over there as Jemayev put him into the boards. Gesso's a little slow to get up. Dump back in, Babin after it. As that one is cleared out to center and now chased down by Hamilton. 1:37 to go in the second period. 3-1 Columbus. Up the right wing side, there's a chance in on goal. And of course, Babin holds on to that shot, but I think Zajac in this case just looking for the face-off. Trying to get his team an offensive zone draw here. Face-off will be coming up to the right of Babin. Underwood in there and across from Zajac trying to win it back. Legkov to the left point, pushing down on the left wing side as Razilov trying to move it free. And that one is steered back out the other way. And now here's Underwood on the right wing side. Underwood in the corner, a centering attempt, and that one pushed out the other way by Fortin. And now puck behind the goal. Razilov playing it over to Della Savita. Della Savita up the right side at center. That one is turned over in space. Zajac battling Hunter for it now right at the referee's crease. And across it comes. And Zajac sends it around the rim. Last minute of play here in the second period. Boy, something here would be huge for PD as far as momentum. Moore trying to lead the other way. Passes well behind Ryan Hunter. He is way offside. Has to leave it alone. Back the other way. IceCats trying to chip it in on the right. Sent right back out to center by Thornton. Della Savita. Now Bedard going back after it. 35 seconds to go in the period. On to the left side, Della Savita moving it ahead. Elijah Wilson in on the left wing. At the line, moving it down low to Marcinkiewicz. Marcinkiewicz spinning on the boards. Puck to the left point. McGill Diaz off his skate. Back onto the left side, Marcinkiewicz. Slapped at by Storjahan. They go to the corner together. 16 seconds to go. Elijah Wilson feeding the left point over to the right side. Bedard with a screen in front of shot. Save Wilson. Rebound is grabbed by Babin. He'll hold on. And that might be the most exciting chance, Joe, we've seen in a while from this IceCats team. So pressing here at the end.
Not only, obviously, going into the locker room only down one, but the momentum that would have given going into the locker room would have been huge. Would you also like to tell the crowd what Scratch just brought up here to you?
Is that what I think it is? Is it
peach cobbler?
Oh, that is what I think it is.
With ice cream.
Okay, you're going to have to eat the ice cream for me.
Okay. I'll take one for
unless you and Sammy want to call the third. Face off to the left of Babin. Is one back towards the point here. Robinson is pushed away by Gesso out of the zone. That should run the clock down for the period. And Gesso has plenty to say to the referee and to anyone wearing a black jersey right now. Natives are restless here, Joe. Natives are restless. You can hear it in the crowd reaction here at the end of 40 minutes of play. Columbus scores twice, and PD, after a 1-1 tie in the first period, I don't think I really felt a lot of pressure from the IceCats here in period number 2.
Yeah, I think one thing is when the IceCats come back out on the ice, I think unfortunately this crowd is feeling how maybe deflated they are. And as hard as it can be, you've got to make your own energy. We need to see, even though they're down, we need to see Jordan Popoff come out and be the energy that he is and try to get this crowd like, hey guys, we still got a whole other period to play. You know, we still got 20 minutes. This game is not over. We don't think it's over. You don't need to think it's over. That's the mentality that they need to come out and have.
And if it's not, scoring a goal off the rush, I mean, they've got to return the physical play here. Columbus has really, I think, just has the edge on them as far as the physical play goes. I mean, you look at how Columbus has defended the front of their goal. PD doesn't even want to go to the front of the net right now.
Yeah.
Which is ridiculous. This is a playoff game.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's...
If there's a time to bring out your aggressiveness, the time is now.
Yes. I mean, get it. You know what? Sometimes you're going to have to take a punch in the face to get a power play.
Yeah.
And then you're going to have to score on the power play. Or you go in, what's the worst thing that happens? You even it up, you get the crowd fired up, something's going on. There needs to be some stirring of the pot.
It doesn't make sense to me because this team has never been one to run away from a punch, to run away from a fight.
They look like they want no part of it right now.
Correct. And it makes no sense to me. So before the game, I might have said differently, but in this third period, I want them in that fight.
Yes, I would agree. And I know the message that, Gary Graham's been preaching is stay out of the box, stay disciplined, but honestly, at this point,
you need some momentum swing, and if that momentum swing is a fight and it sends somebody to the box, but then it ends up where you play differently for the next 20 minutes, it's kind of like in baseball, you bunt, you might get out, but at least you send somebody to the next base.
There you go. Yeah, sometimes you got to play the small ball, move the runner over. Yeah, exactly.
Or what is it? Lose the battle to win the war.
Yeah, and you know what? This third period, I want to see the battle. I want to see them resume the fight.
Yes.
So, all right. We will take a break and head into our second period intermission report brought to you by Yokohama Tires. So stay tuned. We're going to be back on the flip side here. We're going to go over the scoring from that period for you. Plus, we will have an update from the out-of-town scoreboard as well. Stay tuned. There's more coming your way. This is IceCats Hockey.
You're watching the IceCats Broadcast Network.
For 20 years, we've captured more than weddings. We've captured legacies. The laughter, the tears, the moments that last a lifetime. Every glance, every vow, every I do, preserved in stunning cinematic detail. Because your love story deserves more than memories. It deserves to be a film that lives forever. Something to remember wedding productions. 2 decades of love stories, beautifully told.
Welcome to Seminar Brewing, where craft beer meets culinary delight. Located at 551 West Lucas Street in the heart of Florence, we offer an unforgettable experience for beer enthusiasts and food lovers alike. Pair your favorite brew with our mouth-watering menu. Our kitchen serves up everything from savory snacks to hearty meals, all crafted to complement our beers perfectly. Seminar Brewing. Taste the difference that local passion makes.
Southco Commercial Curb Appeal is the trusted partner for businesses in Florence and surrounding areas that want to maintain a clean, safe, and attractive commercial properties. With our wide range of services, from sweeping and landscaping to snow and ice treatment, we're here to ensure your property remains in pristine condition all year long. Southco Commercial Curb Appeal. Experience the difference.
With over 74 years of combined experience, Hometown Floor Coverings is the PD's flooring experts with attention to detail and professionalism. Whether it's commercial or residential, our installers are very reputable and trustworthy. Contact us today for free estimates. Hometown Floor Coverings, the flooring installers you can trust. Bring new life to your home.
Welcome to Creekside, where great food meets the perfect game of pool. Since 2021, we've been serving up delicious meals and creating memorable moments in our unique dining atmosphere. Whether you're planning a celebration or a corporate gathering, Creekside offers the ideal blend of delectable cuisine and entertainment. Come for the taste, stay for the experience. Creekside, the ultimate destination for fun and flavor.
You're watching the IceCats Broadcast Network.
And we're back here in the second period intermission report brought to you by Yokohama Tires. Tom Callahan, Joanne Bethea. Get comfy, Joe. We got to settle in and talk about what's going on in this game. 2 periods in. It's 3-1 Columbus. Before we get to the scoring summary here, I really loved the way this game opened up, even though it was, I mean, literally the entire line of Zajic, Legkov, and Frolov sitting in the penalty box. It was rambunctious. It was physical. There was tons of energy in the building. You feel it off the start, but Columbus, to their credit, a very good road period in the second, and they've kind of taken the air out of the balloon here a bit.
They have. I mean, they really set the tone and then just ran with it. And unfortunately, the IceCats haven't done a very good job of the way that they've responded. And like I mentioned during the game, that's the difference in good teams and great teams. How do you respond during adversity? So I guess we're going to see how they respond here in this third period and play for the next 20.
Well, one of the interesting things is I was kind of going back over the stats in the period, and before we get to the scoring wrap, there were no power plays either way in that period. And there were 5 in the first period, 3 for Columbus. Now, nobody scored on the power play, but it did keep the momentum swinging back and forth. And in a period where no one went to the box, Columbus just kind of smothered the life out of it.
Well, I think one thing is you saw Columbus trying to initiate fights and the IceCats not taking any part of it. And I understand because you're supposed to play disciplined hockey, but also at some point you've got to show and stand your own ground. And I think this is one of the times, and a team that when you play them, that how you beat them is by also physically beating them. And I said, normally I wouldn't say, to give into somebody's antics because you can't play good hockey if you're in the box. But this is one of those times where I think somebody needs to take one for the team and get in a really good fight coming into this third period.
Yep, just get and the easiest way to accomplish that, because Columbus is not going to fight you just to fight you, because why would they? That'd be dumb. It wakes the crowd up. They know that. They're on the road right now, and they don't want that. So really you've got to get to the net, because that is the one place where Columbus gets a little ornery and gets physical. And right now, PD hadn't done a whole lot of that. A lot of those chances were coming in from the perimeter. And, I mean, Evan's hanging on to a lot of rebounds anyway, but there's just not much there for him.
Well, also just that, the shots, not to insult myself, look like something I would be shooting. Like you mentioned, they're just muffins, and anybody can keep that from going in the net when it's not even coming at you hard. But I do think even without a goal, there are certain players on that team that I'm not going to mention that maybe rhyme with Meso, that if you were to irritate them enough, even if they know it wasn't smart, they would get into a fight.
Quite possibly. Or at the very least, you could goad them into something.
Yes.
Those they people.
Those they people.
So, scoring in the period, it started 113, and Brody Thornton breaking in on the right wing side for his first of the playoffs in a play where it looked like PD was expecting a penalty to be called, and none was. Everybody just kind of stopped moving, and Thornton broke in on the right side pretty much by himself. Ends up beating Brendan Colgan to make it 2-1. Jesso and Jamaev the assists, 113 in. And then at 5:08, Lucas Texmo with a shot charging in from the left point for his first of the postseason for Moore and Barrow, made it 3-1. And after that, everything just kind of slowed right down in the period. Shots were credited 10-9 in favor of PD, but I'll be honest with you, Joe, I don't know that I felt like there were that many scoring chances in that period.
The lanes were open. Like we said before, I just think that there weren't very good shots. So, yes, I would agree with you on that.
Well, it is 3-1 Columbus. No power plays for either side, as I mentioned, in the period. So, IceCats have their work cut out for them. Now, for as much as we've talked about, the second wasn't a great period, there's 20 minutes left in this game.
Yes.
So, they've got all the time in the world to turn it around.
I mean, as we've seen the IceCats do, as we saw Columbus do in this game, you can get 2 goals fairly quickly and completely turn this around, and it be anybody's ball game or hockey game ball game.
It can be a ball game.
But it can be anybody's game and be a tie.
I might have to go over and scrap with the River Dragons broadcaster.
Well, their coach, I think it was against Monroe, tried to fight their coach. So I think they'll fight anybody, really.
I still, at this point in time, would not want to fight Jerome Bichard. I would not.
Really?
He is one of the toughest sons of guns you've ever seen.
You want me to take him?
Yeah.
I am from Dillon County. I'm pretty scrappy.
Okay. All right. Well, you might be our gal then.
I might not necessarily sometimes sound like it or look like it, but there is some redneck down here.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's why I wanted to put you in the locker room for the speech. We're going to close the door and let you have at it.
I think I could scare them.
Oh, I bet you could.
They would be like, who is this?
Yes, they could use a little bit of that right now. Well, we'll see what happens. We got at least 20 minutes left to go in this game. It's 3-1 Columbus after 2. We'll take a break and come back with more of our Yokohama Tire second period intermission report in just a moment. This is IceCats Hockey.
You're watching the IceCats Broadcast Network. This portion of today's broadcast is brought to you by McLeod Health and Fitness Center, the wellness leader. Austin and Associates. The right agent can lead the way. Hertz Car Rentals. Smart deals for any destination. Sports Clips Haircuts. The pros in men's and boys' hair.
McLeod Health is committed to helping you obtain a healthy lifestyle and improve your overall health. Medically trained in the areas of fitness and nutrition, we can help you reduce your risk for certain diseases and live a long, healthy life through fitness and wellness programs, community health education, and 2 medically based wellness centers. McLeod Health is with you on your journey to better health. Discover a new you at McLeod Health and Fitness Centers.
Known for his integrity, attention to detail, and client-first approach, Sean Austin builds lasting relationships based on trust and results. Whether you're a first-time homebuyer, a seasoned investor, or looking to sell your current home, Sean combines local expertise with strong negotiation skills to deliver a seamless experience from start to finish. Austin and Associates at RE/MAX Professionals. Your next address is just a slap shot away. Go IceCats!
Driving a new car from Hertz might drive your real car crazy.
Nice car.
Looks new.
Thanks, Tom Brady.
Have a flame with our newest fleet yet.
I'll miss your new car smell.
Rent now at Hertz.com.
No matter which forklifts you walk into, you'll know it's special. And just for you. Our stylists don't guess your best cut. They are experts in men's and boys' hair. Our cutting zone has all the basics and specialized equipment. From our comfortable cutting chairs to an array of specialized cutting tools and clippers. We got you covered. Visit Sport Clips of Florence today, located at 1940 Hoffmeyer Road, Suite D. We are the pros in men's hair.
The PD IceCats are lighting up the scoreboard, and Powers Properties is proud to be the official housing provider. Looking for an apartment? Powers Properties has you covered with modern apartments, convenient locations, and a team that puts you first. Just like the IceCats, we know what it takes to win, on and off the ice. Score big with Powers Properties. Relax, you are home.
You're watching the IceCats Broadcast Network.
Back here on PD IceCats Hockey, Tom Callahan here with you in the second period intermission report, brought to you by Yokohama Tires. Time to take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. We're the only series going in the FPHL tonight. Tomorrow night, Binghamton and Port Huron in Game 1 of that series, getting it underway. The winner of this series meets the winner of that one for the Commissioner's Cup. In the NHL, 3 series going tonight on a Wednesday here. You've got the Flyers rallying for a 3-1 lead after 2 periods of play over the Pittsburgh Penguins. Flyers looking to take a 3-0 stranglehold lead in that series if they pull off the win. Coming up here at 9:30, bottom of the hour, about 15 minutes away from Stars and Wild. And then at 10 o'clock tonight, Ducks are at the Oilers. Oilers lead that series 1-0. Stars Wild are knotted at 1. Major League Baseball for you. Let's take a look here. Bottom of the 9th inning, the Braves up 8-6, trying to hold on against the Nationals on the road. Top of the 9th, Tigers 5-2 over the Brewers. Yankees 4-1 over the Red Sox, bottom of the 9th. 2-2 Twins and Mets, top of the 8th. Cubs 6-2 over the Phillies in the bottom of the fifth. 2-1 Rangers lead the Pirates top of the fifth. Bottom of the second, Padres 1-0 over the Rockies. And 25 minutes away from White Sox at Diamondbacks and Dodgers at Giants. Finals from earlier. Marlins 4-1 over the Cardinals. 6-1 Rays top the Reds. 2-0 Astros over the Guardians. 8-6 Orioles beat the Royals. 5-4 Mariners over the Athletics. And the Angels top the Blue Jays 7-3. That's it for our out-of-town scoreboard and for our Yokohama Tire second period intermission report. Stay tuned. We're back on the other side of the break with third period action. 3-1 your score. Columbus in the lead. This is Game 1 of the Continental Division Final, and this is PD IceCats Playoff Hockey.
Welcome to the PD region, where Southern charm meets unforgettable adventure. Paddle scenic waterways, explore quiet trails, and experience nature at its finest. Savor local flavors, discover vibrant downtowns, and shop unique boutiques. From live music to hometown festivals, there's always something happening. The PD region, authentic, welcoming, and waiting for you. Plan your visit at pdtourism.com.
Let me tell you about this new Pretzel Cheddar Club. Hey, I'm Carlos.
And I'm Ebony. And a little thing we love about the Chick-fil-A Pretzel Cheddar Club
is the tangy Dijon with the pretzel bun. When I add the Dijon mustard to this pretzel bun, it takes it to a whole nother level.
It goes perfectly with the chicken and the cheddar cheese and the bacon.
Man, you know how much you love bacon. And I love the different varieties. Grilled, spicy, original. It gets you nice and excited for fall.
Real guests paid for
From home entertainment to the technology that keeps your world connected and secure, at PHT Audio Video and Security, we don't stop at residential solutions. Our team designs and installs professional commercial systems built for performance and reliability. Secure what matters with advanced security systems and stay protected day or night with powerful camera systems engineered for clarity. No matter the need, expertly installed and perfectly integrated.
Hey, this is Kendria Robinson, family nurse practitioner at Practical Purpose Solutions. If you are dealing with brain fog, fatigue, lack of energy, not feeling productive at work due to that, or you're having any type of gut health problems, or you're even having a severe cold, book your IV hydration therapy service with Practical Purpose Solutions at practicalpurposesolutions.com, or you can call 843-799-2210. We look forward to serving you. You have the problem and we have the solution.
Back here for third period action, Tom Callahan, Sammy Vickery here, and Sammy's going to help us pay the bills here.
Yeah, the PD IceCats hockey is brought to you by Gatorade, the official thirst quencher, X-Gen, official recovery and rejuvenation, Celsius, the official energy drink, Pepsi, official soft drink, Pepsi Zero, the official soft drink of IceCats goaltenders, Propel Water, the official water, MUSC, the official medical provider, McLeod Fitness Center, the official workout facility, Gorget Distilling Company, the official distillery, and Power Properties, the official housing partner.
All right, third period action coming up here as the IceCats back out here, the Columbus River Dragons. A 3-1 lead heading into the third period, and this third period is presented by Pepsi. Tom Callahan, Sammy Vickery here with you, and, well, Sammy, it's about high time for this IceCats team to find a little bit of offense here in this third period.
Yeah, I mean, looking at the first and second, they are definitely two different things we've seen, but hopefully this third they can come back and just get the goals and energy they had in the first.
Now, you were actually out there in the Arena Bowl for that second period. I mean, talk about the energy for the crowd, because in the first it was really loud. What was it like in the second?
You know, it's a little mix of both. I mean, I think there is like some highs and some lows, you know, upset, kind of frustrated. But, you know, the energy never leaves the stadium. They are always still cheering on, and the energy is always there. So it's always fun to be down there.
So, PD rolling right to left on your radio dial to start period number 3 here. And it's going to be Razalov, De La Savita defensively with Zajac, Frolov, Legkov up front. Zajac in for the face-off across from Jesso to start this third period. Let's see if the IceCats can jump on it right away. They start with a draw win. Always a good start. The puck moved ahead at center. And that one back to the Columbus defense. Stefanini trying to dump it in. That one not icing as Razalov around behind his net. Had his stick tied up here. Puck tied up in the near side corner. Jesso and Jemayev into the pile. Zajac over there. Razalov as well. Squirts free. Colgan will poke it behind the net. De La Savita wrapped up. And it's sent back off the outside of the cage again. And chipped towards the line. Kicked back into the front of the net. De La Savita knocks it away. A bouncer towards Frolov. Frolov lost it to Jemayev, and he'll send it around the glass. Colgan able to knock it down. De La Savita in the far corner. Send it right back up the left wing. Too far for Frolov. Both teams will go to the change here as it's played ahead into space on the right wing side. Taken away by Razalov. Ahead to Elijah Wilson. Wilson falls, gets back up, sends it around the wall. Babbitt will cut it off behind the net. Crowd trying to get behind their PD IceCats here to start this third period. And it's stolen away at center. Houston Wilson back on the left side, charging in, leaving off into space. Elijah Wilson has Marcinkiewicz on that left side as he spun around. Houston Wilson near side looking for Marcinkiewicz. Pass tipped away. And now Columbus able to move this one up to center. They'll dump it in. Out behind the net, Colgan. He'll paddle it around to the far side. Elijah Wilson on it, getting it ahead to McGill Diaz. McGill Diaz left side to Houston Wilson. Knocked off his stick. McGill Diaz still down there in the corner. Wilson tumbling to the slot area, but that puck taken away by the River Dragons. They'll send it down the ice. Bedard hustling back, no icing. Sent around to the near wing where it's picked up by Patrick's Marcinkiewicz. He'll get it ahead and a chance on the right side. Here's Welsh cutting it on goal to the backhand. Shut down by the right pad of Babin. What a great lead ahead there. This should be icing the other way, and it is. Boy, that's the best chance we've seen in a while for PD. Now, Sammy, better start.
Yes, for sure. Hopefully they are all ready, and the reset was there and coming out with some momentum to finish this game off.
And again, not like they were down 5-1 coming into the period, but a pretty listless second. Okay, great. So let's bring the energy for the third here, which we're now 2 minutes into. And they are so far so good. Left pointers Hamilton moving it over up top. Pop off through a screen, and that is caught and held by Babin. Well, you would love to see more traffic in front of that Columbus net for sure. Face-off will be to his right. Here's Gullo circling, and he'll come in for the draw. Stordahan jumps early, and so we'll try it again. And nope, didn't like that one either. Gullo's going to get waved out. Robinson will step in. And finally, it's one back. Hamilton over to Popoff. His shot deflects into the far corner. Bockwell off the boards to the line. Popoff able to keep it in. Around behind the net, Patek into the far side. Ends up with Barrow. Barrow with a right wing lead, and that one banks ahead. Moore up after it. No icing. Moore knocked down behind the net by Razalov. Out the far side, Popoff ahead into space for Gullo. Gullo up the right wing, moving in. There's a long shot in over top of the net. Actually, pardon me, that was Hamilton, not Razalov with the hit. There's a shot on goal. Save made by Babin. As it's cleared back out to center. Razalov over there. Well, I guess it was Razalov on the hit. As we get a whistle at the line offside. Razalov and Hamilton were both out there. Hamilton has a lot to say to the Columbus bench, and I am assuming Kyle Moore on his way to the PD bench there, and a quick word to the referee as well. Zajac, Frolov, Legkov back up front with Della Savita and Razilov. Thornton pressured by Legkov. Jemayev trying to come back and help him out. Puck just inside the Columbus line is now pushed over the blue paint and banked back the other way, but quickly turned towards Frolov. Chip in on the left wing for Legkov. Legkov on the wall into the slot looking for Zajac, battling for it. Ends up in the left side corner. Away from Legkov to the left point. Razilov will send it to an open wing. Frolov after it bounces up in the air off the puck board. Frolov keeps it in though, right side. It rolls behind the net. Legkov driving out the near side on the backhand. Legkov to the left point. Razilov looking. Cross ice. Della Savita's got room. Feeds it low. Pass in front is blocked. Back up top, Frolov. Della Savita at the right point. Over to Frolov on the right half wall. Up top, Della Savita. Della Savita has Razilov. He's got a lot of daylight. Walks in. Feeds it over. Della Savita. And he can't shoot. Puck ends up into the left side corner. Legkov on the half wall. Razilov over after it. Out. Legkov behind the net. Looking to send it right across the goal mouth out the other side. Jesso just falls over there. Puck over Razilov to the right side. Della Savita heels one wide with a one-time. And then it's taken out by Thornton. He'll dump that one in. Colgan has to steer it aside. Doherty up on the forecheck while his mates change. Razilov took it away from him, and now Elijah Wilson out to center. Leaned on by Hunter. Puck free. Back into the defensive zone. Della Savita will get it across. McGill Diaz out there on the change with Wilson and Marcinkiewicz. Marcinkiewicz in his own end. Sends it left side. McGill Diaz will rush it ahead. He'll fling it around the wall. Onto the far side. Houston Wilson going to get it. Lets it go to the right point. That one backdoor feed. Oh, Marcinkiewicz had it stick. As it went off the heel of his stick there, it just stopped. And maybe a little moisture on the ice coming out here from the Zamboni, but that's twice in this period already. PD hasn't gotten the break, and that happened a little bit earlier in the game. Gets a little frustrating. Turned back in from center by Columbus. Hit the linesman in the skate. Now McGill Diaz is going to go the other way. Left side, Marcinkiewicz to Houston Wilson. Moving in, Welsh going to the net. Wilson with a shot across the green, ends up in the near corner. Welsh around behind the net again. Wilson feeding it up top. Kept in, left side now, McGill Diaz, down low to Welsh. Welsh feeds it in on goal, tip behind the net. Houston Wilson right up the slot, nobody there, and all the way down the ice it goes. Where Colgan will elect to play it ahead. Marcinkiewicz, with his mates changing, tried to put it into space for Robinson, but it's taken back by Barrow on the left side. He'll feed it up top. Kyle Moore drifting on the left wing of the half wall. A shot, Colgan the save at the right post. Off the glass and down, that'll be icing. That'll get us to a media timeout as well. 5:38 into this third period. Presented by Pepsi. 3-1 Columbus in the lead. We'll be back with more in a moment. This is IceCats Playoff Hockey.
You're watching the IceCats Broadcast Network.
McLeod Health is committed to helping you obtain a healthy lifestyle and improve your overall health. Medically trained in the areas of fitness and nutrition, we can help you reduce your risk for certain diseases and live a long, healthy life through fitness and wellness programs, community health education, and 2 medically based wellness centers. McLeod Health is with you on your journey to better health. Discover a new you at McLeod Health and Fitness Centers.
Get ready to savor the flavors of our long-standing family recipes bursting with authenticity and love. Indulge in the vibrant colors and aromas that create a fiesta for your senses with every bite. Your journey through our menu is a delicious adventure guided by tradition and the freshest ingredients Mother Earth has to offer. Come join us at 842 Woody Jones Boulevard in Florence. Order online at margaritasmexicanrestaurants.com. Margaritas. Experience the love in every bite.
Back here on PD IceCats Playoff Hockey. Tom Callahan here with your third period action presented by Pepsi. Tom Callahan, Sammy Vickery here. Giving out a lot of prizes in the crowd here tonight for those of you who are here at Florence Center. Having a good time. Want to welcome everybody else into the broadcast, whether you're watching and following on YouTube. By the way, take a moment and subscribe right now if you don't mind. Also, you can catch us on Cumulus Radio, 100.5 FM right here in Florence. But also, we're available in Myrtle Beach, North Charleston, and in Columbia. Puck right now in the Columbus end of things. And it's sent out through center off the glass. Chasing it back is Hamilton into his own end. Over to Popoff. Popoff on the left side. Picked off at center. Patekin trying to turn it back, and Popoff charged right up into it. And now turned over Welsh ahead. Robinson right side. He's got Gullo with him. Long wrister and a shoulder save. Puck is held there by Babin. And finally, somebody gets to the front of the net again. And I know that Columbus is collapsing down low there, but Robinson trying to get in there. And I mean, PD's got to get in there more and keep stirring the pot. Yeah, you're going to take a couple of shots, but you need to give a couple of shots too.
I totally agree, Tom. I feel like we are getting the opportunities up there, but this was nothing like the first half where they came out with the intensity and the eager to really get into that net.
Well, let's see. Zajac out there with Frolov and Legkov. They fan Hamilton way out wide to the left up top in the zone. Popoff behind, so Zajac going to try to win it back. Set up on the dot, and instead Columbus comes away with possession, and they'll backhand it to center. Popoff chasing back into his own end, off the glass to the line, not out. Jemayev with a rolling puck, shoots it wide. Puck to the near side, Hamilton up the wall, Frolov, bumps it ahead, Legkov on the left wing, moving in with Zajac. Legkov to the left side, all the way around behind the net, slot, a shot and a glove, saved by Babin. Going to his left, extends the glove back to his right, and takes it away from Dennis Zajac in the slot. That might have been the best scoring chance not only of the period, but maybe the game there for PD, but it stays 3-1. 6:40 into the third. Face off one back towards the left point and out at center. Hamilton on it. They'll move it ahead. Frolov from center takes a bump from Jesso into the right wing. Zajac up after it. Here's Legkov stealing it in the slot. Shot through traffic, and it's held by Babin. Again, I mean, I see it. There's just no appetite right now for the interaction for PD physically to get involved in this game, and that's not going to win them a playoff series.
Now, with 13 minutes left, you can only hope that they find that and just get through with it.
River Dragons win the draw back. They'll throw it out to center, De La Savita. Backing up into his zone end, here's Houston Wilson on the left side. He'll carry in over the line. Elijah Wilson swings it around to the right side corner. Marcinkiewicz over after it. And now, Lucas Texmo behind the net. Back out the left side. Try to flip into space. Marcinkiewicz steals. Right wing. Patrick Marcinkiewicz wrist shot ripped high over top of the net. Onto the left side of the point and held in by Razilov. Elijah Wilson with a rolling puck, try to feed it down low, batted away to the far wall. De La Savita trying to help out, keep it in. It's poked away to center. Now a possible 3-on-2 here, but Razilov, now he's knocked off the puck, but De La Savita getting back. But in the slot, a shot, and that's blocked to the corner off the body of De La Savita. Tied up on the near side, ends up with Houston Wilson. Wilson trying to get it to center. Skips around a check, try to feed it across. De La Savita's got to come back for it. Defense can't even get a change here yet. Marcinkiewicz ahead with it. This line's been out there for a while, and they're pretty tired. That's the other thing, too. You want to see him keep them fresh here. Trailing by 2 goals. There's still a lot of time left. Just under 12 minutes left in this third, and it's stolen away by Welsh into the slot. Gullo, a shot blocked. Cleared down by Storjahan in a race. Miguel Diaz trying to win it, and that's icing. But, boy, you want to see the shifts. And I know, Sammy, the tendency is, and it's human nature, you want to do it if you think you can do it. Marcinkiewicz can, Legkov can, Frolov can, Zajac can, Houston Wilson can, Elijah Wilson can. But you got to work as a team to do it.
Exactly. It does all come down to working together and wanting it, which, like you said, they all can do, but you really have to put it all together. It comes down to that.
They win it back to the right point. Bedard will drive down the wall with it, looking in front. That one is sticked aside by Babin. Down for the left point. Miguel Diaz keeps it alive behind the net. Gullo on to the right wing corner. Nick Gullo up top. Bedard with a shot. Hit Robinson. He'll try to backhand it through. That's blocked by traffic as well. Puck in the slot, and now just cleared over the line. Reverse back in. Gullo cut off right at the blue line. Puck bouncing up at center. Ends up back in the PDN. Miguel Diaz up by himself. He'll fire it in from there. Around the rim it goes and into the right wing corner. Legkov chip past him, but Frolov arriving to keep it alive. Bouncing it to the corner. Doherty trying to clear. It's blocked. Frolov stepping aside with a rolling puck into traffic. Trying to come up with the handle. Can't. And Columbus is going to move it back the other way. Driving into the right wing side. Here's a shot by Gesso. Save made. Rebound onto the near wing. Doherty, tied up by Zajac. Popoff will loop out that far side. Now he's got traffic coming the other way, reversing it around. Stays in the corner, though. Doherty feeding into the slot off the skate of Zajac. He and Jemayev to the wall together. Zajac trying to scoop it up the boards here. Hamilton feeds it into the skates of Frolov. Frolov has to pick it away and just bank it up there. Left side, Letkov trying to charge in, but it's jammed away to center by Somro. Now Popoff turning the other way, try to cut in over the line. And that one is rejected. Out to center it goes, where it's dumped back in by PD. They'll go to the change. Houston Wilson up after it into the corner, in against Underwood. Puck shoved on to the near side. Somro will feed it back behind the net. Columbus will reset the breakout here. We've reached the halfway point of this third period. 3-1 River Dragons in the lead. Long shot in, blocker to side by Colgan. Hunter on the left side, wrapped up, couldn't get the puck away. Now comes across Marcinkiewicz to center. Marcinkiewicz trying to feed it ahead there. Too far for Houston Wilson. Stolen at center, though. Elijah Wilson cutting back at the line, but he ran into traffic. Underwood and Wilson battling for the puck, and it's flipped back down by Columbus. And at this point, if you're Columbus, just keep sending the puck back into the PD end. Make them go all the way down the ice. Here's Elijah Wilson up the right side with it. He'll send it around the rim into the left wing corner. Houston Wilson after it. Backhanded around by Colton. Right point, Miguel Diaz won't get there in time. Coming out on the change here. And Marcinkiewicz steps back in early. Houston Wilson hadn't cleared the zone yet. Offside the call. 9:16 to go in the third. 3-1 Columbus. We'll take a break. Come back with more. This is game one of the Continental Division Final. 3-1 Columbus in the lead. We're back with more IceCats playoff hockey.
You're watching the IceCats Broadcast Network.
Gorget is a local craft distillery based in Lugoff, South Carolina, producing rum, vodka, whiskey, and bourbon in small batches. Founded in 2015 by 3 local gentlemen, Gorget has a fine line of handmade, local spirits. No matter what you desire, we have something for you. Isn't it about time you revolutionize your spirit? Visit us online at gorgetdistilling.com.
For 25 years, Stefano's Italian of Florence has brought the heart of Italy to your table. Experience the tradition with hand-tossed pizzas crafted with love and care. Our secret is our robust Italian seasonings and the finest imported cheese and our choice imported meats. At Stefano's, we share a taste of the old country with each bite. Stefano's, a taste of Italy.
Back here on IceCats Hockey, Tom Callahan, Sammy Vickery. IceCats Hockey brought to you in part by Cumulus Radio, the official broadcast partner. By Sports Clips, the official hair cutter. M&M Printing and Graphics, the official printing partner. And Seminar Brewery, the official craft beer partner. Puck fed back into the IceCats end of things here. Coming up on 9 minutes to go in the third. IceCats need a pair. They trail 3-1 in game one of this best-of-3 Continental Division Final Series. The winner moves on to play for the Commissioner's Cup. Welsh in the slot, cutting to his right, a shot, save Babin. Rebound is there, a backhand, stopped by the traffic, another chance is sent wide. Babin without his goal stick. Right point, Bedard, a shot, blocked in front of the net, and Columbus will throw that one down the ice. And beating out the icing here is Barrow. He'll leave it off for Robinson on the right side. IceCats back the other way. Welsh will chip into the right wing corner. Frolov up on the forecheck, played away by Bockwell, tapped down by Jemayev. Hamilton back to the near faceoff dot in his own end. At center, Frolov trying to move it onto the wing. Instead, it's turned back, and here's a chance in. Gesso with a shot and a left pad save, Colgan. Right back the other way, Frolov ahead. Legkov tipped it down the ice, no icing. He'll race back in against Stefanini. Try to hop around him into the corner. They tie up over there. The battle continues. Puck at the side of the net. Legkov shoved it up the slot, but Popoff was retreating. Didn't see it. Back on the right side. It's flipped across Gesso in. A shot ripped wide by Jemayev. And now quickly turning back. Here's Frolov with Legkov. Legkov left side moving in. High slot cutting to his right. Knocked down from behind by Stefanini. Puck away. Back comes Columbus. Underwood on the right wing. Into space. Puck drifts behind the net. Ends up in the far side corner. 7:34 and counting to go in the third. 3-1 your score. Columbus in the lead. River Dragons will toss it back into the PD end. Sent around the near side by Razilov. Somro keeps in for the right point. Pass into the slot, ends up top of the shot. Blocker save, Colgan. And now Wilson a lead ahead. Marcinkiewicz couldn't pull it down. Way out into the corner is Babin. Marcinkiewicz trying to pull it away. Looked defeated in front of the net. He did, but it was cleared out. Boy, Babin playing with a little bit of fire there, but he got away with it, and now icing back the other way. Face-off will come into the River Dragons end of things. Well, that got exciting.
That did. Hopefully it can stay like that. We see a little bit more action out there from the IceCats.
After the icing call, they're going to keep Houston Wilson, Elijah Wilson, and Patrick Marcinkiewicz out there with Razilov and Della Savita. Face off to the left of the Columbus crease. 6:59 to go here in the third period, presented by Pepsi. Wilson waiting for the whistle here so that he can stage for the face-off. Tied up. Ooh, that went right off the linesman. That helped Columbus out. They're able to scoot it back. Marcinkiewicz on the right side. Wrapped up by Ryan Hunter. Down for the right point. Della Savita keeps it alive, bouncing it right in on goal, and the rebound is held. Somro comes in to shove with Elijah Wilson. And again, I mean, this is just more of that. Get in Babin's kitchen, and they're just not doing it. Houston Wilson again in for the face-off. This one went over the right side wall. It is turned behind by Columbus. Kyle Moore will just lift one onto the zone. A bouncer back to Della Savita. Houston Wilson onto the right side. And Elijah Wilson up the boards. Chopped away by Lucas Texmo. Whistled down, and a couple of stick taps exchanged there. Offside. And the draw in front of the Columbus bench with 6:33 to go. PD's going to change up that forward line. Legkov, Frolov, Zajic, Razilov, and Della Savita remain. Face-off is won back by Storjahan. River Dragons will tip it on down. Moore was behind center. That should be icing. But it's not, even though it was. Della Savita up the right side. Razilov will move it ahead. Here's Legkov. In on the right wing. Take it away. Storjahan will turn it to center. And it's sent back the other way. Della Savita up ahead looking for Frolov. Frolov's backhand pass intercepted by Jamaev at center. Jamaev in on the left side. He'll get it down to a driving Moore in behind the net. Stops. Tries to backhand it out. Jesso feeding. Left point. Shot coming in. Blocked away in front. Sent to the left point. However, nobody there. Doherty coming out here as it's played ahead. Jamaev wheels back into the right side. He's caught from behind. He'll spin it behind the net. Puck on the far side. Houston Wilson going over after it. He'll move it ahead. Legkov at his skates, leaving it off. Here's Frolov to center with Wilson. In over the line, gives it to him. Houston Wilson on the backhand, in with a shot. Save made by Babin, and no rebound to be had. 5:26 and counting to go in this third period, and time not on the side of the PD IceCats. IceCats hockey also brought to you by CLC Transportation, the official travel partner. By Palmetto Smiles, the official dentist. White Swan Dry Cleaning, the official dry cleaners. And Battle LP, the official fuel provider, powering the Olympia. Sammy, I'm about ready to send you out there. Get some energy going.
Yeah, you know what? I'm ready for it. Send me out there.
Can you skate?
I think so.
You're from Philly.
Yeah, I've done it.
Okay.
Sometimes, not in a while, not in a few years, so.
That's all right.
I might need some lessons before I get out there.
Hey,
but I'm ready.
It's like falling off a bicycle. You never forget how much it hurts. Puck is played out to center. IceCats back after it. Bedard on the right side. Marcinkiewicz onto the left wing, and here comes Elijah Wilson moving in. Wilson on the left side. Tries to spin off a hit. Still with the puck in the high slot. He's got room. Can walk it in. Wrist shot. Save. Babin. Rebound. Back to Wilson. Feeds over Marcinkiewicz. A shot. And to his left. Babin the save. 4:53 to go in the third. 3-1 Columbus. We're back with more in just a moment. Game 1 Continental Division Final. This is IceCats Playoff Hockey.
You're watching the IceCats Broadcast Network. Evening Shade has been serving the Florence area for over 20 years. As a 3M and SunTech authorized dealer, the Evening Shade team is qualified and ready to help you with your project. Whether it's residential window tinting, paint protection film for your vehicle, commercial signage, or vehicle wraps, we can do it all. Evening Shade Incorporated. Trust a team with over 2 decades of experience.
Dal Massimo Ristorante Italiano, where culinary passion meets the art of hospitality. Established in 2010, our restaurant was born out of a love for authentic flavors and a commitment to providing our guests with a memorable dining experience. At Dal Massimo, we believe that food is more than just sustenance. It's a celebration of culture and community. Whether you're here for a cozy dinner, a festive celebration, we look forward to serving you.
All right, here we go. Tom Callahan, Sammy Vickery here with you. 3-1 Columbus in the lead. PD has 4:53, Sammy, to figure out how to score not once but twice.
But twice.
Try to get this game at least to overtime. Hey, I'll take 3.
Always, as always.
Yeah, but one at a time here.
Yes.
Frolov on the right side, trying to keep that puck in the zone. Moved up top. Here's Della Savita. Shot through traffic. Save made. Big rebound. Lenkov can't get a shot away. Had his stick tied up. Again to the right point. Della Savita over to the left side. Razilov. Razilov will bank it in behind the net. Right side corner. Frolov out with a rolling puck. Feeds it up top, but it was behind Razilov and out of the zone. Razilov across to Della Savita. And that pass missing. That'll be an icing call against the IceCats with 4:10 left to go here in the third. 3-1. River Dragons and credit Columbus. Again, it's been a boring road game, but they have accomplished the mission they set out to try to steal this game on the road, and they're close.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Just trying to keep it as boring as possible if you're Columbus
I guess
right now.
so.
Lull everybody to sleep, and that's a good one for you. Face off to the right of Brendan Colgan. One back by Zajic. Wrapped around to the near side and ahead. Frolov through center, but the pass was too far ahead for Zajic. Turn back, and Columbus will send it in around the rim. Colgan leaving it back there. And that one tipped on out to center. Does find Zajic this time. He'll fire it in on Babin off his pad. It goes to the left wing corner. Zajic sends it around behind the net, looking for Lenkov out the far side. He'll bank it around to McGill Diaz, right point to his left. Wrist shot through traffic. Save made. Rebound! And Babin able to get to it just ahead of the lurking Frolov. 3:40 to go. And Sammy, it might be a little early for it, but we'll begin to keep an eye on Brendan Colgan now to see if they pull him for the extra attacker.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what they do with that.
Marcin, Kevix, Wilson, and Wilson out there with McGill Diaz and Hamilton here. Columbus wins the draw. Hamilton down for the left point to try to keep it in, and instead it's away to Ryan Hunter, who will just chip it in. McGill Diaz feeds the far side. Elijah Wilson runs into a check, can't get the puck out of the zone. And Columbus doing a good job. McGill Diaz knocked down over there by Underwood. Play continues. Puck off the back of the net. Kicked free to the near side. And now McGill Diaz to center. Pass rolled away behind Houston Wilson. Back comes Columbus. On the left side, a shot. Ryan Hunter at his stick. Tipped up there by McGill Diaz. Houston Wilson back for this puck. And he'll get to center and throw it in. Colgan is still in the blue paint as the puck bounces to Babin, and he'll hold on with 2:55 to go here in this third period. Let's see if they're going to call the timeout here. Gary Graham does already have the clipboard in hand. And indeed, it is time for the timeout. With this offensive zone draw, not only is this team going to plan for what they're going to do with and without possession, but I imagine Brendan Colgan might find a seat on the bench and a sixth attacker will appear. Well, Sammy, this is what you play for. right?
For sure, yes.
And you're one step short of the final here, and 2:55 to go, and I mean, it's a 2-goal deficit. Game's not over, though, with a huge push. No. And, boy, what a momentum swing it would be if they do turn it the other way.
That would be amazing to see. I'm sure the fans would be so hyped. I mean, anything is possible, you know. So we'll see how they come out after this timeout, and you never know.
So Gary Graham talking to his players right now, drawing up the 3-goal one-shot play.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
It's not very common, but boy, if hockey had a 3-point line, that would be wild.
Oh, yeah. That would really change the game.
Yes, it absolutely would. So let's see. Colgan will indeed take a seat on the bench. So here we go. It's going to be Frolov, Zajac, Legkov, Houston Wilson, Patrick Marcinkiewicz, and Dominic Delasavita. Face-off is tied up. It's in the linesman's skates. They're trying to dig it out. Puck is rolled towards the line, but kept in. Delasavita left side of Marcinkiewicz. Through traffic, his shot was blocked. Bockwell getting in the way of that one. Onto the near side. He'll use the glass, get it over the head of a leaping Delasavita and down. Dies inside the blue line, and right back up comes Marcinkiewicz. They'll move it ahead. Net is empty. 3-1 Columbus. Marcinkiewicz shot blocked. Does get in on goal and covered by Babin. That one went off a body and found its way to the blue paint. 2:31 to go here in the third. 3-1 Columbus. IceCats net is empty. Zajac again in for the face-off to the left of the southpaw netminder, Trevor Babin. And Dustin Gesso was halfway to Myrtle Beach before that puck was dropped, as that one cleared off the dasher out to center. And it'll be Marcinkiewicz coming back for it. Patrick's Marcinkiewicz leaving it onto the left side, and here comes Alex Legkov driving in on the left wing, pushing it into the corner. Patakin tried to clear, hit Houston Wilson. It comes up top, Delasavita. His shot through traffic, and a glove save Babin. And he'll hold on for the draw to his right. Well, they forgot to stop the clock there. Should be at 2:04. Ran down to, now it's all the way down to 1. There we go.
I was
all right,
they
2:06.
went the other way for a second there.
There we go. Nope, it started running again.
And there we go. Hopefully this time's the time.
Let's see. Every second counts in a situation
it really does.
like this.
It does come down to the seconds at this point.
You want to make sure you get it right. Face off to the right of Babin. Is hooked back. Thornton trying to swing it around to the right side corner. Frolov over there on it. He'll flip it up to the right point. Delasavita stops at the line, cutting back the other way. Delasavita in with a shot, and that one is tipped way up in the air. Comes down to the far side corner. Up top, Marcinkiewicz on it. Puck at the line. Delasavita keeping it in. Around it goes Houston Wilson. Left side, back to the half wall to Marcinkiewicz. Marcinkiewicz into the slot area. Fed up top. Delasavita swings it over to the right side. Slowed down now, back up top. Delasavita backing up, doesn't shoot right side. It's Frolov over there. Legkov into the slot, and a bouncer away from Zajac. Frolov on the right side with it up top. Delasavita. Delasavita with his shot, and that one tipped, finds the glass. Left side corner, Marcinkiewicz behind the net. Out the far side, Frolov. Frolov will flip into space. Legkov leaving to Delasavita, right wing. His chance, a tip, and that one stopped. It might have been blocked by Somro. Clearing attempt by Columbus, doesn't get out. Another chance to the line, and that one does go down the ice. And now Underwood back after the puck into the corner. 1 minute to go here in regulation time. It is 3-1 Columbus as a puck taken away, moved to center, a bouncer there. Doherty tried a shot at the empty net, couldn't get it. And now we get a whistle in behind the play, and too many men. Too many men against Columbus, who clearly has 6 guys out there on the ice right now. And Sammy, that one's easy.
Yeah.
A bad change by Columbus, and a power play coming up for the IceCats.
You never know what could happen in under a minute. This is a good opportunity for them to get a quick shot and, you know, at least get 2 to 3.
54 seconds left to go Boy, this is the biggest Chick-fil-A power play of the entire season. 6-on-4. Net is empty. Columbus will control. Here's Marcinkiewicz moving it over. Shot coming in, and a save made Babin. Rebound to the near side. Houston Wilson. Marcinkiewicz trying to feed it up top. Instead, it's out to center, backhanded down the ice. Storjahan missing the empty net. Hamilton will let it go to Marcinkiewicz. Boy, they've got to hurry. Marcinkiewicz through center. In on the right side. Cutting in. Through the skates to the backhand. Trying to put it up top in the crease. It's cleared out. Down the ice. Hustling back after it is Hamilton. 20 seconds to go. Marcinkiewicz on the right side. He'll carry it ahead. Patrick's Marcinkiewicz wheeling in, long shot. Fires it over top of the net. Texmo with a chance to clear. Hit a body. Doesn't get it out. And now 3 IceCats converge. Puck kept in. And time's going to run out. Lekov in the slide with a shot, and his stick snaps in half. And that, pretty much, in a nutshell, is the game. "3-1 your final. Columbus comes up with a victory here tonight. And a disappointed PD IceCats team off the bench, along with goaltender Brendan Colgan. We'll take a break and move it on into Gorgat Distilling post-game show mode. Stay tuned. More coming your way here. Game 1 goes to Columbus. We're right back with more in a moment. This is IceCats Playoff Hockey.
You're watching the IceCats Broadcast Network.
At the Law Office of W. James Hoffmeyer, we strive to help our clients in whatever situation they are facing. Whether you need help with criminal law, personal injury, or family law, our hard-working team will assist you throughout the process with compassion and integrity. Our goal is to always provide our clients with outstanding representation and advocacy throughout their case. The Law Office of W. James Hoffmeyer, serving South Carolina since 1992.
With over 74 years of combined experience, Hometown Floor Coverings is the PD's flooring experts with attention to detail and professionalism. Whether it's commercial or residential, our installers are very reputable and trustworthy. Contact us today for free estimates. Hometown Floor Coverings, the flooring installers you can trust. Bring new life to your home.
In today's world, first impressions matter. Step into a realm of sophistication at Butler's Fine Men's Clothing. From timeless tuxedos and elegant suits to refined sportswear, Butler's offers a collection that defines class and confidence. Embrace the tradition, experience the luxury, and stand out with style. Butler's Fine Men's Clothing, where every stitch speaks volumes.
In Hawaiian culture, food is more than just a meal. It's how we show love, connect with one another, and carry on tradition. At Aloha Kitchen, our mission is to share that with everyone who walks in our doors. Our dishes serve the bold flavors of Hawaiian food and the true spirit of aloha. Where Southern hospitality meets Hawaiian aloha, that's Aloha Kitchen.
You're watching the IceCats Broadcast Network.
Back here on IceCats Hockey and the Gorgat Distilling postgame show. Tom Callahan, Sammy Vickery here with you. Let's go quickly back through the scoring in this game. Ryan Hunter started it all off at 10:18. A puck that popped straight up in the air, came down off of Hunter and bounced in the net behind the goaltender Brendan Colgan for a 1-0 lead for the River Dragons, who tonight definitely had puck luck on their side. Things just seem to be going their way, and the IceCats maybe a little snake-bitten here this evening. Although they did tie the game at 11:06. A breakaway goal for Houston Wilson, his second of the postseason from Dominic Della Savita. And this game was knotted up at 1. In the second period, Brody Thornton at 1:13, breaking in on the right wing, beats Brendan Colgan with a wrist shot. And then at 5:08, it's Lucas Texmo with a little bit of insurance in there at 5:08 from Kyle Moore and Tyler Barrow. And it ends up as a 3-1 final. No scoring in the third period. And power plays, believe it or not, we only had a late power play for the PD IceCats, and that was their third of the game, and it was because of a too-many-men call. But other than that, we didn't see a power play for 39 out of the final 40 minutes. River Dragons finish over 3 on the power play, and so do the PD IceCats. Final shots in this one, as we take a look back, end up, as we'll get the refresh stat totals here, 7 for the PD IceCats, 17 in the first, 10 in the second, 19 in the third for 46, and then 8, 9, and 6 for the Columbus River Dragons, but they win it 3-1 here tonight. So, Sammy, looking at this one, I mean, it was kind of a couple of different games.
It was for
depending on the
sure.
period.
I mean, it felt like so long ago that in the first we had that crazy beginning to the end of what we just saw. I mean, it was a whole different game for sure.
I think Columbus did a good job early establishing the physical play, and it really made it difficult for PD to get the mojo going. Obviously, the Houston Wilson goal was a big moment in this one, but, I mean, just you'd like to see PD in Game 2 here coming up Saturday night to stave off elimination. They've got to do their best to try to get pucks and bodies to the front of the net. Trevor Babin, although the shot total is high, a lot of them just weren't very high degree of difficulty saves. He had 1 or 2, don't get me wrong. There were 1 or 2 like grade A scoring chances for PD, but I don't think nearly enough.
No, I agree. I think the opportunities were definitely there. They just were not getting in the back of the net, or the momentum and intensity wasn't there that it should have been, where those shots could have been goals.
However, they do get a chance at redemption.
Yes.
Saturday night
So
on
we
the
can't
road
be
to
too
Columbus.
negative. We can't be too down because, you know, they learned in tonight's game what they need to do to come out and this weekend and sweep it away.
Big steal, though, for Columbus on the road to win Game 1 here in PD at Florence Center, which has been a pretty inhospitable place to play all season long for most teams coming in. But tonight, Columbus ends up with the 3-1 win. So, Sammy, appreciate you having you along, as always. And
Happy to be here.
I hope you and I are back together for the final.
Me too, Tom. Me too.
So, absolutely. All right, we're going to take one more break here in our Gorgat Distilling postgame show. We'll be back to wrap it up with a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. And more coming your way in just a moment here. 3-1 your final. Columbus wins Game 1 of the Continental Division Final. This is IceCats Hockey.
Welcome to the PD region, where Southern charm meets unforgettable adventure. Paddle scenic waterways, explore quiet trails, and experience nature at its finest. Savor local flavors, discover vibrant downtowns, and shop unique boutiques. From live music to hometown festivals, there's always something happening. The PD region, authentic, welcoming, and waiting for you. Plan your visit at PD.
About this new pretzel cheddar club. Hey, I'm Carlos.
And I'm Ebony. And a little thing we love about the Chick-fil-A Pretzel Cheddar Club
is the tangy Dijon with the pretzel bun. When I add the Dijon mustard to this pretzel bun, it takes it to a whole nother level.
It goes perfectly with the chicken and the cheddar cheese and the bacon.
Man, you know how much you love bacon. And I love the different varieties. Grilled, spicy, original. It gets you nice and excited for fall.
Real guests paid for their testimonials.
Back here on PD IceCats Hockey, the Gorgat Distilling postgame show. Tom Callahan here with you as we take a look back at the out-of-town scoreboard. And a tough one tonight, 3-1 the loss for the PD IceCats in Game 1 of this Continental Division Final Series. However, Game 2 will come Saturday night in Columbus at 7:05 and a chance at redemption and maybe to force a deciding Game 3 in this best-of-3 series. We're the only game in the FPHL tonight. Tomorrow night, Port Huron and Binghamton get their best-of-3 series underway. In the NHL tonight, it is now a final. The Flyers take a 3-0 lead on the Pittsburgh Penguins in that series with a 5-2 win. In Philadelphia, a chance to wrap things up here on the weekend and possibly sweep the Penguins. Boy, wouldn't that be something. Dallas and Minnesota tied at 1 in their series. Stars up 1-0 over the Minnesota Wild in Game 3 of that one. And then getting underway here, well, actually right about now, Edmonton and Anaheim. And that series, Edmonton with a 1-0 lead in that one. Major League Baseball final look back at the scoreboard for you here. Several finals now at this time of evening. Braves with an 8-6 win over the Nationals. Yankees 4-1 over the Red Sox. 3-2 Mets top the Twins. 5-2 Tigers over the Brewers. 5-4 Mariners over the Athletics. 8-6 Orioles top the Royals. 2-0 Astros over the Guardians. 6-1 Rays over the Reds. 4-1 Marlins top the Cardinals. And the Angels 7-3 winners over the Blue Jays. End of the 8th inning, Cubs 7-2 over the Phillies. Middle of the 8th, Pirates 4, Rangers 2. Bottom of the 4th, Rockies 4-1 over the Padres. 2-0 White Sox lead the Diamondbacks top of the 2nd. Also top of the 2nd, Dodgers and Giants are scoreless. That's going to do it for our broadcast here from Florence Center here this evening. Columbus with a 3-1 win in Game 1 of the Continental Division Final Series. It is best of 3, so Saturday night we're back at it, 7:05 p.m., and then Sunday, if necessary, and for PD, when necessary. Hopefully they're able to get to that Sunday game, which will now be at 6:05 p.m. So want to say thanks to my broadcast crew for getting us through here, and I know we had a great viewership over on the YouTube side. I want to say thanks to everybody who tuned us in, and if you've been with us all season long, we appreciate it. If you're new, we hope you stick around and join us again on Saturday, and we will talk to you one final time there. And actually, just before we step away, we do need to take a break. 10 seconds on the network for station identification. All right, so thank you, everybody, for joining us. One more time, your final score, Columbus 3, PD 1. We will talk to you Saturday night from Columbus for Game 2, 6:50 on the pregame show, brought to you by Powers Properties, 7:05 on the puck drop. This is Tom Callahan saying good night.